Okay, good day, guys. Good day to you all. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. Thanks for being here. We're doing a live today. A number of things happening this week. I wanted to start it a little bit earlier, but unfortunately, that did not get to happen. A number of things happening this week, guys. I mean, Jerome Waite's controversial interview. Right, that happened. Yeah, man. Bless up. Yeah, man. Bless up, Jerome. Bless up, my boss. Bless up. Yeah, so Mr. Primo Vision will be joining me a little bit later. But yeah, a number of things happening this week, guys. A number of things happening this week. I mean, this week has been such a big week. Jerome Waite's controversial interview. We want to talk about that. We also want to talk about Roy Simpsons. He did an open letter in the Gleaner, which I thought was very noble of him, right? He did an open letter in the Gleaner, directed at the local base players. The local league start as well this week again, right? The local league start as well. So it's just a number of things happening this week, a number of things, and overseas as well, but mostly dealing with local football, right? So a number of things happening this week. And then also remember we had started our 60, we dealt with the midfield and we dealt with the defense, but we wanted to sort out the attackers as well. Junior Deslandes, forgive me if I've gotten that wrong, but bless up yourself, boss. Yeah, man, like up the live. You guys come on it, like up the live. Like up the live. Mr. Primo Vision is on Primo. You want me to drop the link in the comment section? I'm going to drop the link in the comment section anyway. I did send it to you in your email. And drop it in the comment section. So whenever you're ready, you can set up and jump on. All right, so that's the link. Yeah, so it's a number of things taking place this week, man. A number of things, right? And we want to get to all of them. Let me just pin the link. See, there, pin the link. We want you guys to come on and be a part of the discussion. Yeah, man, I pin it, Primo. I pin it. Yeah, so guys, first of all right, make we start with Roy Simpson letter first. Hit me in the comment section and let me know what you think about Roy Simpson letter. By the way, it was announced late last week as well to that the JFF signed a deal with a marketing agency, right? So that's a section, guys. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Erdnati, local players ain't up to standard. JFF administration need to come up with a plan to strengthen our local talent. So true, my boss. So true. And to be fair to them, they are trying and they have indicated that they're putting in measures in place to try and strengthen the local talent. They have one of the things that Mr. Speed spoke about in his interview on Coach's Desk was that he was saying that they have plans in place actually to strengthen the coaching, improve the standard of coaching, right? Bring up by a certain timeline, bring up the local coaches to be licensed coaches, right? You were saying that there's a lot of C and D licensed coaches in the island, right? But not a lot of B licensed coaches in the island as well. So that's a major thing, that will definitely seek to help to upgrade the standard of the talent that we develop in Jamaica. By the way, I want to take a quick look at the scores in the National Premier League. You know, it's a shame I haven't watched any of the games in the National Premier League. I know some matches are played today. Let me see. So I know that. All right. So yesterday, Mount Pleasant and Tivoli drew 0-0. Cavaliers and Humble Lion. Cavaliers beat Humble Lion 2-0. By the way, what are you the name again? The young youth man we play for Cavaliers that had the goal. His name will lose me right now. Hit me in the comment section, guys. The youth just stitched the bad goal for Cavalier, man. The teenager, his name will lose me right now. Hit me in the comment section, guys. That was a very good goal. Bro, Eddie, big up yourself. Local, no, oh, it not come up it. Oh, see you know, Kevin Reed, bro. Trust me, watching the games is a disgrace. I hear the games haven't been all that in terms of the quality. No surprise. I thought the pitches would have helped though. But big up Formula. Yeah, man, Eddie. Big up Sports DTM all the time, man. Big channel. Eddie Guna from Sports DTM. Yeah, man, you know, there was a school of thought that the games, the standard of the games would improve because, you know, when the pitch, because of the pitch that they're playing on now. Right? So, I don't know. I haven't watched any of the games as yet, so I'm not going to comment on any of the games so far. I'm a bit excited to see Cavaliers. Right? I want to see Cavaliers. They have a lot of young talent. They always have a lot of young talent pushing them out there. JPL, not NPL. Oh, Jamaica Premier League is not National Premier League. I think that's what Eddie Guna is trying to say. Erdnati, no surprises there. Right, all right. My fellow co-host is jumping on now.
Well,
man.
that sound good.
Yeah, man. It sounds good, man.
All right.
Guys, this is Mr. Primo Vision. Right, good channel, guys. Go over there and subscribe.
Yeah, big up everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? Afternoon, everybody. Big up Eddie.
Yeah, man. I know I hear boss that, man. All right. So,
my boss.
Yeah, a number of things happening this week, Eddie. First of all, you watch any of the local Premier League games yet?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I don't get a chance to take them in yet, you know.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't really watch cable. Most of the stuff I watch is on internet, so I have to find a way to do it the way.
Yeah. A number of things happening this week. A number of things. Which one are we going to get to first? Primo?
I think we should deal with the coach first.
You mean Jerome Waite?
Yeah, I think that's the one where it happened first. Let's deal with it. Yeah.
And by the way, guys, the link is in the comment section. You know, you guys, once you guys come on though, just keep your camera on. Right. So let me just identify who has come on, and then you guys can turn off the camera when we're going to put you up on the big screen. So what happens when you come on initially, you're not going to be on the big screen. You're going to be in the waiting room.
Yeah.
Right. So just keep your camera on so I can see who it is that is coming on, and then you can turn it off and I bring you up on the main screen so you guys can jump on if you want to. Yeah, man. What a piece of arms house pan football GPS, man. You know, I was watching Ryan LFC, and he made a very important point, or a point that I thought was very important. He said that Tapa always disgruntled with them. Tapa always make statements. But them now while him up, so why them a while up wait?
I don't even think it's Tapa, because if you even think back to the female coach. for regular girls. Him have an issue with them. Wait have an issue with them. But I guess it's harder to reprimand a head coach because a head coach is harder to replace.
Halftime was saying that the capacity in terms of assistant coach him out of order. It's not his place to say that. The head coach can make those criticisms, but not the assistant coach. What do you think?
It is in a typical organization, it would be out of order. But with the way we see the JFF operating from the outside, I think it's fitting to the organization to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. The behavior is not surprising. Put it that way. It is out of order, but it's not surprising. And I can't.
Is it? Go on, Primo.
Sometimes you have to step out of your place for make something known. You know what I mean? You have to speak out of turn sometimes.
That's my thing, you know. Under normal circumstances, you know, it would be out of order, you know.
Yeah.
But I think, given the exceptional nature of the circumstances, I think the gentleman is well within his rights to publicly express those frustrations. We need to hear him.
Hear what's happening. There are a lot of things that happen within the JFF that shouldn't be coming out public, and they happen to come out public. Look, a salary spot this week, like something should have never come out public. The salary delay. You know what I mean? But I think it's because of the lack of trust some of this stuff is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just the way the situation is now, and we just have to deal with it. Well, like I said, I'm not surprised at all.
You know, Primo, I don't think it's only the. By the way, like up the lives, guys. Like up the live. It helps with the video to push it out there and, you know, get it out there. Free way to support the channel. Yeah. You know, I don't think it's only that, Primo. I don't think it's only a matter of trust. I think people just tired. Them reach a breaking point. them can't take it no more. The world needs to hear this.
Yeah, and then we have to think about how this will affect going into the Gold Cup, and then followed by the World Cup campaign after that. I'm hoping like the addition of Paul Hall can kind of ease the tension a little bit. Because boy, it rough. It rough.
Where is it? Paul can be a calming voice.
Yeah, sometimes a new perspective can help. You know what I mean?
And a well-respected one to Primo.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say. If there's mutual respect with him and Tapper and the people in the organization, it might help. And
so yeah, man, go on.
Also, yeah, remember Paul Hall come from a more professionally run system. So it also applies to the marketing company. So if you have to associate your people or try to bring professionalism into the organization, you have to up your thing to meet those professionals that are coming. You know what I mean? You can't have them coming in and looking at you like what kind of joke thing.
Yeah. So essentially, you're saying that Paul Hall has the potential to be a good mediator.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I hope.
Okay, all right, cool clarification.
Might come and be like, yo, man, stick around and I might do a job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right now, just don't make it, bro.
Yeah, people sign.
Go on.
Remember, go on.
The one thing that might prevent that is that he's already used to the system and come and check him record as a player. It's outstanding, actually. You know what I mean? So yeah. Hopefully, them can sort out themselves, and hopefully some good come out of Jerome Waite statement. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Erdnati, sorry if I mess up your name, boss. Jamaica Premier League is on, laugh out loud. Perfect example of how horrible local football administration is all around. Marketing weaker than a one town.
Comments. Let's up here, Ian Campbell.
Yeah, Ian is in those.
Yeah, Eddie said, wait, just wanted to say what Tupper was afraid to say. That's a good point.
The man, me say the man just get it off him chest, man. The man can't take it no more.
Yeah, man.
He can't.
You think a man let the cat out of the bag and him find out so they want to fire him or something? And just say, let's start the things here, bro.
It was always suspicious when you talk about a second assistant coach.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not saying that this has never occurred, but I personally don't know of a situation like that. I can't think of one right now off the top of my head. Like, I know there are multiple coaches,
Yeah,
but I personally have never heard of 2 assistant coaches. I've heard of like an assistant coach and then a goalkeeper coach, a striker coach, or this coach, or that. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I personally don't know of a situation with 2 assistant coaches.
It's not something that you hear of regularly. I'm pretty sure you probably had it happen before, but it's not a regular occurrence. Coach, the link in at the top.
Yeah, man. You know, guys, in the comments, you guys want to jump on, you guys can jump on to the link is pinned at the top. But yo, Ian Campbell like half of Martin Davis that I feel baller that man. And 2 things Ian consistent pan. You have to give Ian him props, 2 things him consistent pan.
Oh, USL.
No. No USL ballers, right? Absolutely none.
Yeah.
And this Martin Davis.
Yeah, right.
Mama bring on Coach Pandey. Coach wants to come on. Boss, what's happening?
Coach.
Bridging.
Yeah, man. But they are just a whole of football reasoning, man.
Yeah, big up Primo.
Big up, Coach.
Yeah, man, we're there. We see things we have to jump on, although me I drive.
Where I come from? Trials?
Huh?
Yeah, the trials?
No. Trials done from morning, man.
Oh, really? Okay.
The boss busy, man. Him have him errands to run, man.
Okay.
Huh?
I said the boss busy, him have him errands to run.
Yeah. Sir.
Shut up, say Coach around Uber. Shut up, get so much trouble, man. Coach, I freeze up.
Yeah, probably true.
So we go check him a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coach, them a say them a joke. Could they say run Uber?
Support,
Yeah. Yeah, man, respect.
See on the screen, man. Coach is desk around Uber. Coach is desk around Uber.
Why nothing wrong with that? Still Jamaica, we live in
not a honest bread. Honest bread.
You see it.
So, Coach, what you say about the statements that come out this week? From assistant.
No, wait. No, man. We'll touch on Wade statements first.
What do you wait right now?
I don't hear, man.
What do you with the Jerome Wade statement? You think him give up on the job?
Jerome? Oh.
Yeah.
I don't really him give up. It's basically have to do with them. Do if them call him to a meeting, I guess whatever comes out of the meeting are gonna be the decision. You understand?
Yeah.
So I'm not so if he had given up, then he would have probably penned a letter of resignation.
Yeah.
So
well, don't know.
Dwayne Atkinson name up on the screen. You have to touch that a little bit. Dwayne Atkinson will be a big man, Him no look bad at all. You see them see the thing, Virgin, and
the goal him stitch.
Link up Mr. Speeder. Mr. Speeder say, boy, I best thing ever coaching and for him coaching life, So,
a big endorsement that coach.
Give up on the job is just that at the outcome him a wait upon.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Coach, a big endorsement that for a man like Mr. Speed said that Coach, you hearing us?
not hear me?
We are hearing you, but are you hearing us?
Primo?
Yeah, man, I hear man.
Okay.
It's about slight delay, but we're here.
I don't think him give up on the job. It's just the outcome of the meeting are going to determine where they go forward. So.
Yeah.
What I was saying, doing a coach, is that is a massive endorsement, coming from a Mr. Speed, for a Dwayne Atkinson,
Yeah.
It is one of the things that I bash because my thing is, you see, a player like this has suffered over the last year and a half.
Yeah.
His development has suffered greatly.
Yeah, for real.
It is sad, man. Let me tell you, so this player will not fulfill his true potential because of the year and a half when him sit down now playing a ball.
Yeah, but I mean, delay might not hurt him either, in a formula. It's just that him probably have a bit delayed a little bit on him whole achievement or where he should be as a footballer.
Yeah, because a year and a half is a lot out of professional career.
Especially at that age, coach.
Yeah, true, but you still can't give up.
No, man.
He would have lost a lot, right? But based on the type, he must start play ball now. Something might happen where by the snap of a finger, something can just happen for him. So it's something to look into, a formula and lose out a year and a half. Yeah, but it is what it is. You just have to work hard, put in some work, and hope that something can happen for you.
My thing is, coach, that year and a half we're gone, he will never get it back. Never get it back. He can't get it back. It pains my heart, man. You hear me talk about this? I am very passionate about youth development, man. So when I see a baller like this, teenager, sitting down not playing any ball for a year and a half, it genuinely hurt me. And it don't make no sense to me. Everywhere in the world, ball game, a ball leather knock. I personally believe it's just the attitude of our administrators towards sports.
That would have more fall upon the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Sports, though. I heard
Minister Tufton make some remarks on TVJ. I say coach a smile, I don't know if coach is familiar with the remarks. Right? But when the man say it, I say, that's why the football can't restart. Because of the mentality, them still see the statement. I'm not going to say the statement because I don't remember. It is a long time ago I heard it. But the statement was basically along the lines of saying that he understands that for mental health purposes, sports need to start up back. I say, boss, you totally ignore the career aspect of it.
Yeah.
You totally ignore that aspect of it. It's sad, man. It's sad.
Yeah. We just have to try. What the best they can do now is try to make up for lost time in terms of the players. You know what I mean? You have to go, a man have to go beast mode right now. To try to get back that training where miss, get back the notoriety when lose out on for not playing. You know what I mean? The earnings you're not gonna really get back, and your time you're not gonna really get back. But you have to go double up now to try and make up for it. You know what I mean? So that's all the way forward. I see for the players, the multiple players that have been sitting now. Because that's one of the main thing what is reasons why them can't get into the team right now, because authorities never sit to it that the man them could have practiced them profession. You understand? So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So me could talk about that's a perfect segue. Let us talk about Mr. Roy Simpson, who penned a very passionate open letter to the local players.
You have it?
Yeah, man, me have it right here, so man.
Because you know, so I'm not read it all now.
All right. Let me re-find it. 1 second.
You read
All
it?
right. Eh?
May I ask coach if him read it?
Coach, you see it? You see the letter, coach? You not see it? You want my shit?
Read it myself.
Oh, he actually. Oh, you what? Where is it? Put it up on the screen.
Not
Primo, put it up. Read it out.
Let's read it. Let's read it. Make we hear it.
All right. May I go read the most important part of it. Let me find the most important part of it. Let me find, because it's kind of a little bit lengthy. I specifically want to address the non-inclusion of many of our athletes domiciled in Jamaica, the base of our operations. In March 2020, all football was suspended due to the pandemic, and since that time, our athletes have been competitively dormant. We had a few local camps to create opportunities for athletes to be selected for games. The intention was good. However, it could not replace the consistent play a league offers. Before compiling the list, we were heartened to learn of the resumption of the league and had hoped it would have commenced before the deadline for submission of the provisional list, as we believe this would have indicated towards the readiness of some of our athletes. As you all continue to prepare for the commencement of the league, we want to assure you that though you have not been included for the Gold Cup, there will be many opportunities for all the World Cup qualifiers commencing in September 2021. The format will afford at least a genuine opportunity to vie for a spot, 3 games in September, October, 2 in November 2021, and 3 more in January and March 2022. The exclusion from the Gold Cup provisional list is not the end of your participation. Notice, this is very important. Him said exclusion from the Gold Cup provisional list, not the final 23,
Yeah.
The provisional list. So the 60-man pool him talk about,
Yeah.
So those
right?
that were in the pool get thrown.
That is what is vague right now. That's why I highlight it,
Mm-hmm.
Let me finish read it up and then we'll flesh it out. Exclusion from the Gold Cup provisional list is not the end of your participation in the senior men's team. We encourage you to continue working hard and always remember that the final 11 on the pitch at all times is a subset of the set of all of our athletes. Like up the live, guys. Like up the live. Free way to support the channel. Yeah, so me not understand what is going on here. Is he saying that the athletes, that the footballers are not in the... That's what I get from it, that he's saying he's apologizing to them for their exclusion from the provisional list and not the final 23.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Coach.
Go back and read the full thing still.
Yeah, what do you think, Coach?
My phone is 1% battery up on my phone now.
Okay.
I mean now full of stun.
Nah, man. We're good, man. We know that, man. We know that, man.
All right, bro. But you're still on.
Yeah, man. No, yeah, man. We're going for a while. Yeah, man. Cool.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. This is very confusing to me because my thing is, there are names in the provisional squad, that local based players in the provisional squad, Isaacs is one that comes to mind.
Yeah. I don't know what to make of that. It honestly, it don't make no sense. And it's what, 2 weeks later or a week later, and you're coming out in the newspaper. First question is, what is the purpose of the letter? You couldn't call them and talk to them, or send them an email. You couldn't send that by email. Why it had to go to the paper?
I think it's a pub. I think it's a PR move as well.
Get out of here, man. What is wrong with these people? Yo, that could have been an email, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Simpson, that could have been an email. You never have to come to the country with that.
Yeah.
You could have gone directly to the man them with that. And it's just like the provisional list. Then put out the list and the man them find out, so them dip on the list via the media or the social media, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, sorry to pause your Primo, but I have to highlight this comment. I have been watching Nico Brett of late and must say he deserves a chance. So that no USL hashtag is finished.
Yeah, that's something.
Nico Brett is tearing up
Yeah,
the USL. He is tearing it up. In all fairness to Ian. Yeah, man,
Big up Mark Plunkett.
Yeah, man, Mark, bless up yourself, boss. By the way, guys, the link is pinned in the comments. If you guys want to jump on, feel free to jump on. We can talk some ball. And also, like up the live, guys. Free way to support the channel. Get the video out there.
And it says a publicist letter, a pity letter.
Yeah.
You're rough, bro.
Ian,
that wasn't needed.
I agree.
I agree. I'm going to cover that. Big
yeah,
waste,
man.
A waste of space that's in the newspaper, bro. Or wherever them print.
You know, I disagree. I think it was good from a public relations standpoint for the federation.
Really?
Yeah, man. I think so. It paints the federation in a more compassionate light. And remember, the federation has always been accused of not necessarily having the best interest of the players at heart, you know. Right? And I deal with the players them like them not respect the players.
Yeah. But
so
like I respect the man, then they could have sent them that as an email. Or give the man them a call. Putting it in the paper don't really personalize it or show, you know what I mean? It only draw attention onto yourself. It depends on how the players interpret it still.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I agree, Mark. I agree. It's just a year and a half out time development just gone to waste, man. Yeah, but I see your point, and it is a very fair point. The only thing about this that confuses me, Primo, is that what is he talking about? There are local-based players in the provisional 60-man squad.
Exactly. That's why I kind of agree with Eddie. The public system. The letter that even makes sense is like, look at me, you know what I mean? And then apology to some man who never really asked you for an apology. Because these guys are professionals. They understand how a team is picked. They've been playing football their whole life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It just look. I personally respect the gesture. I do. I personally respect the gesture. But unless this is trying to kind of prepare the local based players to let them know that many of you really and truly not going to be in the final 23.
Yeah. But like I keep saying to myself, you could have do that one-on-one or via email or a phone call. Why you send it to the paper?
Yeah. You know, one of the
any federation or any team selection, anybody has sent an open letter to the newspaper said, dog, sorry you never met the team or we never review your contract. You move on and you go carry on your profession, or you come again when you're in the condition to make the national team.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that also kind of another way to look at this Primo, right? Is what is he trying to say from this? Is he trying to say that more local based players would have made the squad if, you know, it wasn't for the league, you know, being dormant?
Yeah, I think that's basically what I'm trying to say. And then that is another point. That's that's something that I think is obvious. You know what I mean? The man would have a better chance because they might play football. Them match fit. But like I said, waste of time, Mr. Simpson. Waste of time.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I wouldn't say it's a waste of time though, Prima. I think it's a decent gesture. I personally think
But
it's a decent.
I'm not gonna run it out, you know, because if family,
Mm.
you know, me and you agree to disagree on enough things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so it's just one of them things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. So we're just running through the comments now.
Mm.
Jeroni 876, they still see sports as a hobby. Run up and down thing. So true. They can't seem to get it that football is a $1 billion industry.
And that what I try
So
to tell them,
true.
bro. And you don't even have to be a player alone. It's
Yeah.
a business, you know what I mean? There's so many opportunities that can open for Jamaicans if them sort out the football for fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, it is probably the most immature out of all our sectors in the island.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That is the most growth that is possible in a particular sector is probably in the sports sector.
Yeah.
Them are try for continue for bringing investments into an already mature sector like the tourism sector.
Yeah.
How much more can that sector grow? It don't make no sense to me. It's just backward traditional thinking.
Yeah. And
No forward thinking.
one of our biggest strengths as a country is our human resource. So we have to use that more. Our entertainers, our sports people, you know what I mean? Or like our personalities, you know what I mean? And in modern times now, that is why you see people like us sitting on YouTube, because people care about people personality. It don't matter if, I mean, if you're sitting in your living room putting information out there, it's a new age now and they have to kind of catch up with it.
Yeah.
You understand? Human capital what we have is unmatched. You know what I mean? Look how much entertainers and sports personalities and people as influencers we put
Primo,
out.
it is the most untapped natural resource that we have in this country.
Yeah.
The human resources, it don't make no sense.
If you ask a foreigner, what you love about Jamaica? It's like the people are so nice. A lot of people don't know how to convert that into dollars.
Yeah.
And that's what we need in a leadership in our country in all sectors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Primo, you want us to freestyle because we're seeing a little mini debate. This debate has been raging for a while now, you know. Let me bring it up back. Yeah, the JPL versus the USL. You want us to go into that?
Both of them are. Why you arguing over two bad things, bro? Yeah, if it was like EPL versus Bundesliga, I would understand the debate. But come on.
Primo, I don't think the USL is that bad doing a Primo. I don't think the USL is that bad.
I tried to watch it just to keep a track of our players, but I've never watched a complete half. It feels like I watch junior college, NCAA, junior college football, soccer.
You know, it's not that difficult for me to watch. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I watch the games. I've watched Miami FC this season with Lamar, Speedy, McFarlane, Anglin, and another individual. His name eludes me right now.
Yeah.
I have watched Vassal team, Indy 11, Birmingham Legion. Right, I've watched Colorado switchbacks with Lewis. I've watched a couple of the teams. It's not that bad in my opinion.
Is it that good?
No, to be fair, enough, Prima. To be fair, I'm not saying that the US.
You're watching it because you are a reggae boy fan and you want to see what our players are up to.
That's true.
It attracts the casual football fan who just want to watch a good game.
That's the thing doing a Primo. You have a lot of good leagues in the world that a lot of people around the world don't watching a Primo.
Yeah, that's true. That's an honest point.
Yeah, because it's just a lot of football.
Yeah,
it's a lot of football to keep abreast with. to watch all of it is extremely, it's impossible. Mark is saying, I do believe they will take JPL serious after this season. Let's see if the fields that they're playing on will affect it. Will affect the standard of play. I think after a while it will. In terms of in a positive way.
Yeah. It has to. But they have to have things to train on, not just to play. They have to have decent training facilities too, because that's where you learn the most of your skills and then you execute on game day, you know what I mean?
And we by the way, guys, like up the live free way to support the channel. We also have to remember, you know, that these players, a lot of them aren't really so used to playing on these surfaces, you know. So I don't think just because they go on a good surface automatically their game is going to improve.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take a while for the muscle memory to adjust, you know.
Train on good surfaces, not just play on them.
Because the ball will come to you quicker.
Yeah.
The ball is leaving your foot quicker. Yeah. And all of that sort of stuff. It take a while to adjust to.
Yeah.
It take a while to adjust to. So guys, hit us in the comment section. Which one is better? USL or the Karate League, as some people call it. Hit us in the comment section. I'm going to skip over some of the comments because I want to get more current. So sorry, I see one relative comment here to the USL. Yes, you can describe USL play, however you want. The fact is, it is better in the sense of better facilities and better players coming from all over the world. I agree, Bad Gaza. I agree. Because I speak to this all the while in a primo. When Joshon Anglin made his debut for Miami, you know, he replaced a player that was just coming from Serie B, you know.
Yeah.
Was a starter at Serie B, you know, who was also been a starter for AC Milan, Parma, and Genoa, if I'm not mistaken, as well, and has also played a number of times for the Italian national senior team.
How old is this player now?
He is about 32, 33, if memory serves me right.
Okay.
But he was coming straight from Serie B, though, primo. Empoli, one of the top teams in Serie B.
Okay. Like, to be honest with you, Formula, there is a point where you're not going to really hear my argument. We'll listen to it and think, but my argument is is like wasted energy for me, you know what I mean? I think we should be getting our players from better leagues, to be honest.
Yeah, man, facts. Shatta, oh yeah, did Mr. Shatta. Formula believes that anything that makes a great YouTube discussion is a good thing. Now, is a you know why I bring it up, Shatta? Because it has been a raging debate for quite some time. It has been a raging. First of all, go on, Primo.
No, man, go on, true. I'm agreeing with you. I see the debate going on. You know what I mean? But it's not really something I've put on thing there. Because I really believe, we should be trying to get our players to Europe.
Like a Campbell and a Paris.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So,
by the way, we have to talk about Norman Campbell too, you know. More run over that quick and fast too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So Shatta is just is the fact of the matter is that the debate started when people were saying, you know, by the way, guys, the link is in the comment section. Feel free to jump on and be a part of the discussion, right? So the issue first came up is that people start cuss the USL players over them not ready for the international level, right? And then people are saying, so if USL players not ready for the international level, that means we local league players not ready. Right, because people are saying USL better than our local league.
Which it might be.
and then the back and forth started now with some people are saying, no, brother, you're mad. our league better than USL, and some man say no, USL better than local league.
Well, let's be honest. We don't really have a professional league, you know.
We don't.
If we're going to it's a semi-professional league.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that is the highest standard in our country. So if we're gonna be honest and like if I'm really going to be looking at it, obviously the USL is better than the thing there, Premier League. You know what I mean? Better facility, better funding, bigger stage to play on, you're better paid. Come on now, there's not even nothing there.
Yeah.
And it's not even a close debate, but it's like I say, it's not a debate or I even think worth having breaking anything there over. We should be looking beyond the USL and thing there, you know what I mean?
I think our agents need to improve.
To be honest with you, our Premier League should be mostly made up of players under 22 and 23.
In an ideal world.
Yes, if we're developing our players properly. Because by that age, and the other players that are in there should be players that are coming back and old. So yeah, man, I come back in I'm 31, 32, 33, 34. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be having our players in our primes playing at that standard and expect them to make up a national pool. It's just unrealistic. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Lee Yhung said the USS sucks. My final say on the USL, right? Excuse me. My final say on the USL. As I said, I think the surface is a big deal because of the better surfaces, the ball is moving a lot quicker, and because the ball is moving a lot quicker, the players themselves are used to playing the game at a certain pace that our local league players are not used to playing anywhere near that pace. So just that alone, I think, makes the USL a better league.
Yeah. And that's why you probably see less of the physicality as well.
Yes.
It's harder to get close to that player for putting a hectic tackle or, you know what I mean? Because the ball is moving fast and the people them move as a team. So, and that is what having that kind of surface leads to, you know what I mean? You know, if I consider the field as something where you have to negotiate. You know what I'm saying? You just have to worry about your opponent.
By the way, Eddie raised a very good point, you know. No selection. Maggie and Ravel should not get selected going by JFF logic.
No, when I heard that, I was thinking the same thing. It's like if you're going to have, especially Ravel in the team, how you have to tell the local players that. Not that I have anything against Ravel, but it's just what the thing that were them coming.
Prima.
To the letter.
I will tell you what the JFF is going to tell the local base players. Class is permanent. Go watch the last 15 minutes of the Serbia game. That is exactly what the JFF is going to tell the local base players. Oh, by the way, a couple of the local base players them get chance to, and boy, they never bode well for the rest of Uno at all. They never represent very well.
Yeah, man, that is true for him, bro. We can't go around that,
Yeah. Warren Webster said both sucks. All right. Ian, I can't agree with that one yet. Yeah, I just can't agree with it. I want to say that. Ian, I'm a boss, man. Ian, I'm a boss, but I can't agree with that one there, Ian. I'm sorry. I would love to agree. Yeah, not hey. It takes some Nico bread performances to change your mind. All right, so I could talk a little bit about Norman Campbell. But just remember that one. Norman Campbell, right? Making a big move. A big move to the Serbian professional, the Serbian first division. And he's one of the top teams in Serbia too.
Yeah, I saw when you cover him. Good move. Good move.
Yeah, man.
Up there.
Yeah, man.
College, man. Big up yourself.
So guys, hit me in the comment section and let me know
Look for the comments.
what you think.
Ricardo Robinson. Ricardo Robinson, local Premier League is hardly even better than schoolboy football.
Lord have mercy, Ricardo.
Oh,
no, Ricardo, it is a bad Ricardo. It is a bad Ricardo. Don't do them that, Ricardo. Don't do them that. Coaches are better tactically too. Yes, bad with bad Gaza. Solid point.
Yeah.
Solid point. The coaches are of a higher ilk.
Yeah.
Of a higher qualification. Solid point.
Yeah, man. So if you read through the comments, some solid points are in there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yo, the local commenters, you know. Them know them football, you know, man.
They might know more than JFF.
Boy, I would. By Primo, I wouldn't argue against that.
When me hear ideas of me here come out there and sound more sensible than enough of the things that are going on with the administration, you know what I mean?
I would not argue against that, Primo. I would not argue against that. So guys, hit me up in the comment section and let me know what you guys think of the Norman Campbell move. I think it is an excellent move. I want to say this. I don't know if this will reach out there, right? But international dimension. It is an agency. I think it's International Dimension, them name. Hit me in the comment section, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. The name of the agency is International Dimension. That is Norman Campbell's agency, right? They are doing a phenomenal job. A very good job. You're talking about Boza. You're talking about Kahim Paris.
Yeah.
You're talking about Norman Campbell. You're talking about Peter McGregor. You know how me know when an agent bad, Primo?
Yeah.
When me see an agent take a player out of net back schoolboy football in a man.
Yes.
Never play in the National Premier League a minute in his life, you know.
Yeah.
Never play for the national team a minute in his life.
Yeah.
And the boss go to one of the biggest clubs in Sweden.
Yeah.
The Scandinavian League.
Same place where my boy there play.
Who that? Yes, Turgot, yeah.
So that is a big deal.
Half a bit.
Yeah.
So, boss, half a bit. When you can take a international dimension, if you start sign up the whole of the youth them in Jamaica.
Yeah.
My boy the Atkinson. Boss, you need to take up your phone and call International Dimension, brother. Big and serious, brother. Big and get the hell up out of the local Premier League, brother.
Before they mash up, bro.
Junior Flemings, you need to call International Dimension, brother. And get the hell up out of the USL, brother.
Yeah, man.
Messi Marsh as well just made a move to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
One of the top leagues in CONCACAF.
Yeah.
Right? International Dimension. I want to interview International Dimension. Whoever is running it, I'm going to reach out to them. I want to highlight their work.
Yeah.
I want to highlight their work.
Yeah,
guys, hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the Norman Campbell move and the work International Dimension is doing.
Richard Stewart said good agents are the key formula.
Yeah, man. Yo, me rate the work, man. Me see the work, you know, man. Me see the work.
Yeah, man. Shout out to them.
Yeah, man. Me see the work. And I wish that they would sign up more of the young teenage talents and get them in the lower division. Because let me tell you something. When you looked at my boss, the Boza.
Yeah.
Right? Which league Domzale playing again? Which country Domzale? Slovenia, I think them playing now.
Yeah.
Pre the move to Slovenia. When you looked at Boza, pre the move to Slovenia, you know, to Boza, post the move in Slovenia, you know, man. You see the difference in a man. You see the boss game just look sharp, man.
Yes.
You see the difference with the naked eye.
Yes.
That is what Europe does.
Yeah, man.
Them not those selling clubs, they don't play, they build the talents.
Yeah, man.
All right, so guys, a little bit of information on Kuka. I'm not sure if I'm mispronouncing the name of the club. Because you know these European clubs have some funny sounding names.
Yeah.
But Kukariki, they finished third in the Serbian first division this season, right? In the just concluded season. And they have finished third in the league for 4 out of the last 7 seasons. So 4 out of the last 7 seasons, the club that Norman Campbell moved to has finished in the top 3, has finished at the very least third.
So that means I'm probably be playing all Europe, the new thing, the Conference League.
Conference League. They will be playing. I need to double check if it's the qualifiers or if they are directly in the Conference League.
Okay. And that is good exposure for Norman Campbell.
Yeah, man.
Because you travel across the continent of Europe. They play bigger profile teams. They impress, you know what I mean? Then you're going to have more scouts watching it.
Serbian league is no joke, Primo.
No, but remember, yeah, talk about the former Yugoslav territory.
Yeah, man. Rich footballing tradition.
Yeah. So you can't really, you know what I mean? You gotta say you have to learn the fundamentals properly.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Partizan Belgrade, Red Star Belgrade. Many of you guys will be familiar with those 2 names.
Yeah.
Stephen Jones, Flemmer too old now? You think so, Flemmer what? 25 now, I think him just turned 25. I don't think so. I think he's good enough still can make a move.
This is the time. This is the time though.
Yeah. Him can't wait till him at 27. Can't make the clock continue for tick.
Yeah, man. This is the time after do it. Bring up Leighton Steel thing then. Leighton Steel have a good point as well. I must say Eastern Europe and Scandinavia seems to be better options than going to the USA.
Agreed.
Yeah,
and they seem more receptive to our young talents, especially Scandinavia.
Yeah, man.
Because we have had a couple of players that have played in Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden, Finland.
Isn't that where thing there started overseas? Luton was it Sweden? Where
Luton I think he start. I think he started in England first. I think Shelton started in England.
But
yes,
he played in Sweden or something.
Yeah, man. I think he moved.
He had a good success over there. So.
Yeah, man. He moved from.
People understand the level of ball and Luton Shelton was still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, proper baller, man.
Yeah, man. Stitch all goals in a Turkey, man. Turkey league and a joke league for stitch goal in I know.
And when you see a player play for something and it's top leagues in playing, you know what I mean? Top flight leagues, so you have to respect that.
Yeah. First divisions.
Yeah. Eddie Gona have a good point. So racism and weather is a turn off to some of those leagues.
I was just gonna click on it.
Yeah. That is true, Eddie.
Yeah.
But, you have to think of how many black players have had to go through that, which they shouldn't. Well, if we're gonna say we want to pursue certain careers and be successful,
yeah, you have to make the sacrifice.
We have to put myself out there. You know what I mean? Because the plan isn't to go to those places and stay there forever. It's just to go through the door.
Yeah. Guys, 62 people watching, 31 likes. Like up the live, guys. Like up the live, a free way to support the channel. Yeah. And it helps to get the video out there. Also, the link is in the comment section rather. If you guys want to jump on and talk with me and Primo, feel free to do so. Yeah, man, I was very excited about Norman Campbell moving to Serbia's first division. I was hoping it would happen, and I'm very happy that it has happened.
Yeah, man.
I'm very happy.
Sir.
Who I want to see move now is Mr. Paris.
Yeah.
Paris should be in the first division in Slovakia. He is above he's above the second division. You know, when what Shatta says, Shatta give himself trouble now. Them call you monkey and can't deal with Shatta, you know, man. Can't deal with Shatta at all. Can't deal with Shatta at all. Shatta is a man with talking mind. You have to respect it, man.
Yeah, Shatta make the thing proper, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Paris need to move though, Primo.
Yeah, man. Quite a few of our young players we need to get to
Leighton, clarify that first. Didn't Paris's team lose the playoff games? Leighton, clarify that for me now, my boss. Clarify that. Because if I'm not mistaken, Paris, they lost the first leg 2-0 and they won the second leg 3-2. The playoffs to the first division. Clarify that for me, the Leighton. Because I'm sure that they lost the first leg 2-0 and won the second leg 3-2. But so far my understanding of it, they haven't qualified. Yeah, man. Paris lost in the playoffs. Yeah, man. Because he even scored, I think, I don't remember which one he scored in. He scored in one of the games I know about for sure. And that's 100% sure about the other one. Yeah, man. So Paris need to get the hell up out of the second division in Slovakia, man. Seriously. He needs to. Because when you win player of the season and leading goal scorer of the season, as a what, 20-year-old? Paris probably just turned 21.
Yeah, man, you might well get up out of there.
I want to see a club like...
All them have to do is score a goal in a brother. You understand? That will get you goal. That will get you where you need to go.
Leighton, man, I think that one they said Stephen Jones, I said Paris lost in the playoffs, boss. Yeah, man. Kirk never win them. Them win the second game. I think you probably are confused. Them win the second game, but they lost the first leg 2-0. And so on aggregate, from my understanding of it, they didn't go through to the thing here.
Yes, so Stephen Jones, I say he's being courted by Maribor.
May I forgot look into this one, my boss, Stephen Jones. Thanks for that. Tell me where you get that one, Stephen. Thanks for that. Tell me where you get that one, my boss.
Talking about players being courted, overlooked. You know, so Jamaica go wait and try and get my boy there when it's too late though.
Who that?
What's his name? Johnson Clark Harris.
I don't think they're interested in him.
Yes, boy.
Sadly.
That man going to Rangers, you know. Steve
Yeah.
Gerrard want buy him badly, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you look on a man who play Champions League next year.
Yeah.
Straight out a Division 1. If not, you'll be in the Championship. You understand? But
Yeah.
a player that the value will change drastically in probably 3 to 4 months. Stature and profile.
I don't understand how the JFF not interested in a player like that.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's the failure to recognize certain talent before it's obvious to the rest of the world or the rest of the people interested. It is a big fault of theirs. And come back down to the scouting and not knowing who's out there, who's available.
It needs to stop, man. It needs to stop. It's just I don't want that we're not picking. I think Reggae Boys fans are very frustrated because they are looking at the teams that are being selected rather, and they are not seeing their best team. We're not seeing our best team. Yeah, man. Big up Shatter, big up Shatter, big up Shatter. Yeah, man. All the best to your son. And me rate that too.
Yeah,
But
man.
big shout out to all of the real fathers out there, man. The one them will play an active role in their child's life. Big shout out.
I feel
Yeah.
with the son especially.
Yes, I think that is a thing that is frustrating a lot of people.
Yeah.
They're not seeing the best team being selected. They're not seeing the best squad.
Yeah.
It is something that is frustrating a lot of Reggae Boys fans.
Definitely.
Right? You know, one of the things I want to bring up this as well, because it just crossed my mind as well. You bring up Johnson Clark Harris Primo.
Yeah.
I want to talk about why isn't Rolanda Aarons in the squad?
I think it may be a matter of him not being fully fit yet.
But
I'm not saying that is what it is.
Mhm.
And I think it might be a matter of that, because I don't see why you would leave him out. He's a born Jamaican.
Let me rephrase that, Primo. Let me rephrase that. Why doesn't the JFF seem interested in Rolanda Aarons?
Well, that applies to a lot of players. A lot of players.
Yeah. You know why I said that, Primo? You know why I said that? Rolanda Aarons is a left-footed winger who can play as a right inverted winger.
Yeah.
Right? My thing is, how many right inverted wingers do we have in our squad at a top level that can compete well in CONCACAF?
It's a good question, but I would even know what to tell you. Would have to know a lot better.
Yeah. Leon Bailey. What if the coach needs correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Hit me in the comment section and let me know, guys. I'm gonna do a video on it because I want to get it out there. What if the coach needs for instance, Leon Bailey for some strange reason isn't available, and the coach needs another quality right wing, left-footed inverted winger to be able to cut inside, right? But I'm not going to come on the panel. Yeah, man. Big up, boss. Big up, coach. Yeah, man. Right? We need another option, another left-footed, right inverted wing option.
Yeah, I hear you. But it's more than that position alone that we need viable thing. So we need a viable replacement or a backup for goalkeeper.
Yeah.
We have some goalkeepers who can go on, but are we fully confident in any of the backups either?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think the only place that we're probably stacked is probably in central defense.
Pretty much, we have one left-footed winger.
I never thought about it
in the squad. Yeah. How ridiculous is that?
Sometimes those things are. I don't know how many good left-footed wingers are available to the country though. Who else apart from Aarons? Who else?
I can't think of any other. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, guys. I can't think of any other. Yes, Richard, I agree with this. I've been preaching it for a long time. After the ball of them spend them first year in, like when the ball of them, for instance, brought them breakout season at schoolboy football, that is it. They should not play any more schoolboy football. I agree with that. Nicky Daly, 15 years old. Paris, 15 years old. Javian Brown, 15 years old. Those players should never. How much years Nicky Daly playing in a schoolboy football? He should never have been allowed to play all of that years in bus as a 15-year-old. Conquer the level at 15.
Yeah, man. Then I think what we need is probably a football institution that deal with like an institution of excellence for footballers. So yeah, when you identify them from that young age, because it's not hard to identify exceptional talent. I see somebody in the comment section ask about the 1999 team that qualified.
Yes, I forgot to highlight that comment. Where is it? It gone.
I can tell you, I went to school with probably 4 or 5 underneath. There was probably one farm underneath. You understand? And when they play Pepsi, them time that was under 13 football. is that JC, right? I can tell you, say, that little under 13 team draw more attention than the Manning Cup team when they were at that age. By the time they got to the Manning Cup, they won it. And that was the first time JC won the Manning Cup in a while. You know what I mean? So I wasn't surprised to see that core team carry Jamaica, core of that same team carry Jamaica the World Cup. A set of youth named Adler, Prendergast, Olipa Lukaman. Ask where them youth there is now and why they never transition into the national team. Nobody can tell you. But what I can tell you is most of them probably went out and got an education out of football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that, I think that happens with a lot of the high schoolers where they realize that the system, football system out here now going to really help them. So them take the collegiate route. And by the time them finish with the college ball, it's too late for go professional.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You come out of college at 22. You're not playing that high standard though you'd get if you're there in Europe from your 18 or 17. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it secure your future because you leave college with a degree. And I know that a lot of JC old boys encourage a lot of our Manning Cup stars to go that route.
Yeah.
If you Google a lot of the youth them win Manning Cup for JC probably 2-3 years ago, it's going to tell you that them play college football. They're not in a professional setup.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
Yeah.
Understand? Yeah, well, understand you need to get your education, but the man them with the talent, if the youth them can say, yo, better go the way then. Look, for example, where's Malik Cowell?
Boy, off of the map, I heard a little thing with him the other day, but
you understand? Like, we searched on the world for where him did play again, left back or right back?
One of the fullback position, I think he's right back. No lie,
Yeah.
I left back how well did play.
I think it's
You
right.
remember which one? I think he's right.
But we just seen the most of the Manning Cup stars are the high school stars. Them not translate to where they should be, even when they're above the peers at youth level. So
Yeah.
back to what we just said earlier in the day formula. There's a big gap where the youth them fall through between high school and the local Premier League.
Yeah.
And I can't blame a man if I'm not interested in playing the local Premier League.
Yeah, it's yeah. We have a lot of things to get together. But yeah, you know, my point is that we need a secondary option. Try, tested, and proven at a certain level. Remember, you know, my boss, the Aaron's, you know, is a brother where, if memory serves right, stitch a goal upon him, Newcastle United debut, you know, against Manchester City, you know.
Yeah.
I watched that game, you know, man. And I remember seeing the ball, you know, man. And it was he had a very, if memory serves right, it was a couple of years ago. If memory serves right, he was the best player on the park. And he scored.
He has very bad luck with injury.
Yeah.
Almost every season he has played, he's been injured.
Yeah.
If he can get a couple good seasons on them belt, it would be it would definitely benefit him.
Yeah, man, we need a secondary left-footed, like a quality, like not a young player coming up trying to prove themselves unproven at a certain. Yes, you know, Aaron's is unproven in CONCACAF, but proven at a certain level. You're talking about a player who at 18 scored on his Newcastle debut against Manchester City.
Yeah.
Right? We need a secondary top quality left-footed winger. We only have one top quality one in the squad that I can think of. Look how many, because even Decardova is right-footed.
Yeah.
He's right-footed.
Yeah.
Look how many right-footed wingers are players that we have in the squad that can play as a wing forward. Right-footed, Low, Turgot, Bobby Reed, Antonio, couple of them well. We need a left-footed option, man.
Yes, and that is the best option.
Yeah. How well is that Memphis? Okay.
Memphis where? USL
Yeah.
or
Yeah, USL. Memphis 901.
oh,
USL again.
no, man, we need to get our kids out of there because that youth should never be playing in USL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. The ball of them play too many seasons in schoolboy football, man. Too many seasons.
Bring up Ian. Yeah, oh yeah, bring it up already. Johnson, Clark, Harris, and Lawrence Figueroa get there in their documents to apply for.
Ian is a man who know things, you know.
Yeah, man. That if that is true, I hope they select them, Ian.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Ian is a man where me know things, man. Hey, Ian look like him had a whole heap of work behind the scenes, you know. Ian is a brother where had a whole heap of work behind the scenes. All right. Me soon finish up the squad, Primo.
Yeah.
I got in with that. Finish up the squad. Me can run through some of the
forward line.
Hmm?
What part of the squad did have to finish off? The forwards?
The forward line. We never finish the forward line.
Okay.
And then you know me I gotta do another show where the viewers in the comment section can send in their 23-man squad.
Yeah.
And we'll flesh it out.
Yeah, man.
Guys, like up the live, guys. Free way to support the channel, man, and we do appreciate it. The scouting is poor. Ricardo Robinson. And by the way, guys, the link is in the comment section. You guys can feel free to come on and talk to me and Primo. The scouting is poor. Look at Rico Henry from Brentford. Tough left back with high level skill set. You get Pinnock, who is at the same club and missing. Yeah. You know what is so crazy though? Primo?
True that, Ricardo. Yeah.
But look on Cataract when him talk the other day said that the whole heap of ball of them they are Swansea. The brother from Swansea tell him say all like ball of them they are Swansea.
Yeah, man. And
Swansea were surprised. Swansea were surprised that the Reggae Boys only came for follow.
Mm-hmm. And you have thing there. Garrick.
Yeah.
We'll play midfield. We need a midfielder. We need midfielder. You have Latibo there, we can play centre back and right back. Yeah. You understand? Some of the other man them kind of old still like Scott Sinclair and them man. You know what I mean? Them man them up in them 30s. I don't see Reggae Boys I call them man. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of teams that are full of Jamaicans. Sheffield United are one of them.
Primo, let me show you them how this team have no direction and have no sense. The man them are write letter apologize to the local base players. Seen? But then so that's coming from a top level individual in the hierarchy. Seen? And then another top level individual in the hierarchy is saying that we need to develop the local talents. And that's why we're not going for that's why we're not flooding the team with English. So which one is it? We're not flooding the team, or we're leaving the local based.
Rude boy, you study JFF, you never graduate. You hear me say that?
Trust me, man, never graduate. Never graduate. Trust me, man, never graduate.
So it never makes sense to try. Like, to be honest with you, since I've been going in depth on football related issues, one thing when we realize quickly is it's a flip-flop organization.
Yeah, man.
And one man I say one thing, and the next man go do a next thing. And communication from inside the organization going out is poor, and it seems that the inside communication is poor as well in terms of how they relate to each other and spread them information. You understand?
Yeah. It don't make no sense. On the one hand, you say you want to give exposure to the local talent. But on the other hand, you're saying the local talent can't make it in the current setting.
All right, so and let me give that example again. On one hand, them say the coach pick the team, and then the coach comes to them and pick the team. Film it.
The two coach them.
You understand? So, come on.
It just all over the place, man. It just all over the place. So guys, remember we had started doing the attack.
Someone look like Ethan Pinnock. Theo, Ethan Pinnock look like me, boss.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God. But you not resemble Ethan Pinnock, though, my boss.
That's it, man. People just...
You know, when me look for you now, though, you kind of have a look at Ethan Pinnock look for true, my boss. It's so
boy.
true. So true.
Boy. Big up Ethan Pinnock, bro, and I hope say, man come school them in the Gold Cup. So I can tell him some of brother. Joe.
Alright, so make a run through some of the comments them pretty quickly. I think they're trying to balance it. That's why they got this new, PR team. Oh, by the way, when I talk about the something that we have talked about that quick and fast. Make a run through a couple of the comment them quick and fast.
Yeah, man.
I think they're trying to balance it. That's why they have got this new, PR team and everything. They're trying to keep it with a balance. I think they need to improve their scouting in England. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent point. Run through couple of the comments then. Bro, J. Ross, right now I'm afraid because if we don't qualify somehow, whether it be because of coaching or JFF mishaps, people going to blame the English players, so we might have another mass exclusion. Fair point, Jay. Fair point. Ian Campbell, Nathan and his mom are also gathering documents to apply for his citizenship and passport. Redman seem to be on the fence now, though, Ian. Hit me up and let me know what you know about that. Because Redman seem to be on the fence right now.
I'm going to take your word for it, Ian.
Yeah, man. I know he's gathering documents and trying to sort out the process, That we know. But he's doing it just in case. I don't think he has really fully made his decision as yet. From what we have heard.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate because just the other day it sounded like the player was really kind of wanting to hop on board, and then all of a sudden him,
Yeah.
Just a Jermaine Swabia asked that Ian if you saw him off the fence, question mark. Mark Chambers, if it was Whitmore picking the team, it would have pure core players.
I thought that to myself, as in, what would a Whitmore team look like if they were being left alone to pick the team? And not to say that I think it would be their core players, but I'm curious, what would he be?
What is core players though for our definition though, Primo? Because some people
he's referring to is like the Blakes, the Lows,
the Kevin Lamberts.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Sadly, no offense to Kevin, of course. Nothing.
But we know who top a core player, core
players should be the best players though, Primo.
Yeah, but you don't know him like Hector, him like Mario, him like the man there. So those are his core players, but we as fans don't necessarily agree with all of the players where him trust, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Big up the manager, me know your style. Okay. I look, there are questions around Tapa's selection. Right? But apart from that, I respect Theodore Tapa Whitmore. I don't bash him like some people. Some people try and make him out look like him don't know him head top different from him foot bottom regards to coach. And I disagree. I think he's a good coach.
I would agree with it.
When you look at the context, his work environment, to get results in this work environment and going up against opposition teams and against opposition coaches with much better working environments.
And resources.
Man, them have resources, the man them have video analysis. Right? Tapa have no video analysis. Right? Them now have interference picking them team. Berhalter pick him team and pick who him want pick and leave out who him want leave out.
You have too much coaching. I try to coach the team, and if anybody can figure out what I say, they know who I talk. Understand? Go and go coach
Yeah.
your side and load the national team, boss. That's that.
As simple as that.
Yeah, man. And don't come tell with no foolishness.
Lucien Black, I say you look like Ethan. For real, laugh out loud.
Mm.
Yeah, when me look for Prima, you need to check out that one.
All right.
You need to do some ancestral background.
Yeah.
JFF can't take everybody from England. Shake my head. We not say that in a Travis. We just say take the best ones who want to play.
Yeah. And that is the thing, is they would take it is don't take everybody, but don't just take anybody. You understand?
Yeah.
And that's a good. And the number card them come from England means that them good. Look for the best out of the bunch,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
You know much Jamaicans that play overseas?
Yeah.
Or Jamaican descendants?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That is what we're saying. Pick the best that we have available. It don't matter if England or Jamaica. I wouldn't expect the team to be full of foreigners anyway. You know what I mean? If you ever bring foreigners, Virgin, bring the best foreigners.
Yeah, man. Exactly. I agree 100% with Primo.
Yeah.
Jairus is saying, you mean the same core players that set him up and boycott the team? Mercy, Jairus. Jairus, I don't agree with that setup argument. Jairus, not easy at all. The commenters, them not easy at all.
Oh, boy,
man. Set him up. Shouldn't Theodore Whitmore have the right to choose his own players? Of course, Theo. Look. As far as I'm concerned, the only man in that JFF administration that knows in-depth technicalities of football is Mr. Speed. I don't know nobody else in that administration who would be more versed in football technicalities than Theodore Tapper Whitmore. How can they be if that is the case, that they are having a hand in team selection, which I don't know why Waite would allude to it. If it is not the case, why Tapper would be implying it if it is not the case?
True.
Of course, he should have you can't have people who know nothing about football. First of all, the coach have an idea how he wants to play.
Yeah.
Right? How you have people that tell the coach which players for picking at the squad. The man wants to have the players that he wants to play to fit into, into his respective system that he wants to employ.
Try to find out who benefits from those players playing in the squad and why how they benefit from those players in the squad.
Primo, Mr. Speed said something that I think a lot of people, them antennas just go up. So Mr. Speed said, I am a majority shareholder in such and such club. He also said on another platform that he runs 2 Premier League clubs.
That would be a conflict of interest, but I'm not going to allegedly.
Even though
that is the case,
he said it allegedly. Even though he said it allegedly, we still have to use allegedly, so we have no issues whatsoever.
Yeah.
Core players are the players before the league tape, audio, and contract negotiations. Yeah. Yeah, good point, Eddie. Me still can't understand how Damian Lowe come off a strike and get the captain armband over Mariappa. That don't make no sense. Fair point, Jairus. Fair point.
You know why though? Because Damian Lowe and the coach don't have a problem.
Yeah.
Damian Lowe and the administration have a problem.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. We can't confuse the different levels because obviously the coaches have a problem with the administration as well.
True.
You understand?
True.
So, we have to look at the full picture.
Yeah. Lucien Black. We soon get into the marketing agency topic though. We just read a couple more of the comments. Why JFF, Lucien Black, why JFF delaying with Redman? He was so eager and they made no move. It's like based on what Speed said the other night, it is like the players for seat the JFF out. So true. So true, Lucien Black. Fear Nero. Respect. I love that finally somebody, telling the truth about Theodore Whitmore. Yeah, man. I think we're a little bit too harsh on Tapa.
Yeah.
I personally think we're a little bit too harsh on Tapa. By the way, guys, like up the live. Free way to support the live. It helps the live get out there. It's a free way to support the live, and we really do appreciate it. And also, the link is in the comment section again. You guys want to join me and Primo? No problem. You can come on and talk some ball with us. Right?
Yeah.
I'm sure Primo wouldn't have an issue with that.
I'm sure if I check out the live that we did earlier. You understand?
Yes, we did that.
Went through the contract that they signed in detail.
Yeah, man.
And I said in the comments on that as well. Pierre, you know, come on while we discuss the new thing, the contract.
Yeah, man. Anybody want to come on? Yeah, man. So, and guys, check out Mr. Primo Vision channel, man. Right, me not endorse foolishness.
Yeah.
Good channel, man. Good content, and as me say, Primo is the best in the game when it comes to production. There is no doubt about it. Nobody does it better than Primo, where that is concerned. All right, Richard Samuels. I love how you guys are putting the JFF under pressure. We have to. Them need to shape up. No doubt about it. A top of fault him now have no video analysis. Let me hear what J-Ross are going to say now. Let me see where this is going. Simon Preston worked for Schaefer before. Good point. So how Tapa overlook him and now a complain? Probably him don't want Simon as in video analysis. Him want to pick him, probably have somebody lined up in mind. So you have to look at that to J-Ross. But I see a point. It's a reasonable point. It's a reasonable point.
I have to also remember to, you know, can JFF pay Simon more than what he's making as a journalist to be a video analyst? You understand?
I don't think journalists make bad money.
Yeah. And if JFF can pay the players correctly.
Yeah.
Where you think the video analysts are going to fall in the line?
Yeah.
You understand? So I do agree that they need these things.
Yeah, man.
And
Absolutely.
say all the time, but them have forgotten which part them pocket can afford it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, and what they can do as well is, like I say, is try to work with the people who are training young coaches and young sports professionals, such as GC Foster, to try to give help them to earn credits through internships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can bring in people to your marketing department from Edna Manley. Help them to earn credits towards them degrees. You know what I mean? Work experience and them kind of thing. If you can afford certain things.
You know what stood out to me in the interview, the speed interview?
Yeah.
You notice the price that he quoted for the CONCACAF B license?
No, I don't remember.
It's 30,000 US in quote, you know, for the CONCACAF B license, you know. They had to secure sponsorship to be able to pay for the license, you know, for the head coach, you know.
Yeah.
The average man now have 30,000 US. We need to find a way to make it more accessible to the average man.
How they can accomplish that is if it's part of a sponsorship agreement. Right?
Yeah.
The sponsors have agreed to pay for 2 or 3 of the coaches upgrading their license in return for whatever promotion you give them. You know what I mean? Or you put that funds that they give you, you dedicate it to that, and you make them aware that you dedicated it to that. We just have to learn, or they have to learn as an institution how to use them funds wisely. You know
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then you have to figure out a way how to make certification cheaper. So that means that if it means that we have to train our coaches up to the level where they can start training our coaches for a cheaper price or even free.
Yeah.
We have to try to reach that goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. This B license for 30,000 US is just unrealistic, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unrealistic. It can't work. If that continues, our football will never improve.
Yeah.
Never. We don't have the sort of a disposable. I mean, the salaries alone can't carry that. We never talk about disposable income. Salaries alone in a Jamaica cannot carry that. Per capita income can't. It not measure up at all. By the way, me never read out Travis Pessoa comment. Travis rather. Jairus that me said to Maps 6 have more games playing for Jamaica more than Dilo. Yeah, true. I think they want to keep it local though. In terms of not that I'm saying I'm for or against. I'm just saying I think that's the mentality. They want to have a local based or not local based, sorry, rather local born player as the captain. All right, Goontown FC. This is an individual that is jumping on. It's the first I have seen this individual. So I'm going to add him to the stream now.
Yeah.
Boss, what's taking place, man?
Not too much, I'm here, and I've been harboring ambitions to come on one of these programs.
Welcome.
Yeah, man, welcome.
Yeah, man.
Hold on the goon. One more individual, Drastic. Yeah, he's an Arsenal fan.
Okay.
We're adding one more to the stream as well. Drastic. Say more. Another new face. Boss, good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining.
Welcome, sir. No look like in my hair. Drastic, you hear it?
Thank you.
Alright. I was slightly.
Yeah, freeze up, boss.
Are you in a echo?
You're in an echo.
We not here in an echo though, so I don't know what is taking place with you.
Is your YouTube thing there closed? Make sure the YouTube browser is
yeah.
closed. Have it open.
The YouTube browser that the other video was playing on that you clicked on to come here, you have to close the video on that. Or you have to pause the video on that.
Alright, yeah, got you for me.
Yeah, man. Goontown, what you saying, boss?
Yeah, man, I'm here, man. As I said, Stephen Jones. I want to address something about the British-based or British-born players. What I understand is that first and foremost, these guys are essentially English, and a lot of them don't necessarily harbor ambitions to play for Jamaica. So just because a guy have Jamaican ancestry and Brentford or whatever the case is, maybe put up his hand and say, all right, I'd like to come along, for the journey, because I am basically, understanding of my Jamaican ancestry, and I would like to go in that direction. Other guys are British, you go on some of these IG guys, you don't see anything of Jamaica. You see grime, you see hip hop, you see Three Lions. So well, to understand that it's not all about, not because you have ancestry that you want to represent the country.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was saying that though.
Yeah.
And
to be fair though, Goontown, to be fair though, we were alluding specifically to players like a Johnson Clark Harris or a Rolanda Aarons, who was Johnson Clark Harris was quoted as saying he will pay him on a plane ticket to come play for Jamaica.
Yeah.
And another thing to Goon, we can't say that, because how do we know that these players are not interested? Have we approached them?
Yeah, not to say that. I'm sure a lot of them are, I'm sure a lot of them are. But wholesale is saying, why we never go for this guy as opposed to this guy?
That wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make any type of sense. Because there are certain players that are just not going to, even at their young age. As much as people think that Kiddo is a good option. Kiddo is young. Kiddo have England in front of him. You have to go wait about 2 or 3 years on Kiddo to see how his career unfold.
Yeah, and it also it's how you grow. You're born in England, in London, or you're born in New York, or you're born in Miami.
Yeah,
if you have strong Jamaican ethics in your household.
Yeah,
you can lean towards your parents' background, your parents' ethnicity, or your parents' birth country, I should say.
Yeah,
it's all about how you grow your connection to the country.
Yeah,
so that is what we really have to pay attention to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think though, what we are saying is not that everybody is going to play, but there are good options that are willing to play that are being overlooked.
Yeah.
Understand?
Right.
You pick a 38-year-old and tell a 34-year-old him too old.
Yeah, no, that's
And they play
absolutely
the same position and one is playing at a higher standard.
right.
You
No,
understand?
no.
One
That's
isn't
correct.
playing any at all.
You understand?
The JFF is a shambles, boss.
Yeah.
You have Justin McMaster, you have Joey Desart.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know
Call
what I
the
mean?
name them, boss.
It's like-
Call them.
You know how you going to have these guys playing in, you know, Joey, I think got some minutes for Orlando FC the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
McMaster out on the wing in Philly. You know what I mean? You're calling guys that obviously with the JPL just coming back. Yeah, you know, you have to give these guys some time to get them feet under them. You know what I mean? And ignoring and the Martin Davis comeback around again. You can't ignore these guys. These guys are playing.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a shambles.
And playing at a higher level than some of the players that are being called.
Yeah,
You guys are
absolutely. But and it go back to it. All right, USL players. I'm not a huge fan of the USL, but like Formula, I watched the Miami them. You understand? I watched Peter Lee put in 30 minutes yesterday. Or whatever it is, but his case is another case altogether. The talent is there, but clearly this guy don't understand that he need to be, you know, the fitness is key. He totally lost his chance at LAFC, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But I don't mind the USL. You know, what I have to understand is people saying the level is garbage. What level is garbage? If a player drop in performance in the middle of the park, miscontrol, bad passes, yeah, that is one thing. You understand what I'm saying? But overall, these games, if you look on team shape, if you look on fitness, you know, if you look on endurance levels of these players playing, it can't be a rubbish league.
I'm going to disagree with you there, sir. I'm not going to say the league is rubbish, but what does it do? Where do the players go from there?
Yeah, we don't. No, what we need to be picking from the USL is our 19 and 20 year olds. The new Q deal is the Joshan Anglins, the Mako. Or well, when I said Mako, I mean Lamar Walker.
Yeah,
you know, these are the guys that need to be concentrating. I'd love them to go to Eastern Europe, but unfortunately, not everybody have that chance. So if them get the chance to go USL as a young player, you know, by all means. The JFF had something of picking players. Sorry to go on for so long. The JFF had a policy of picking players from the USL and ignoring the top performers. You know what I mean? The Canada Forbes, who king of assists in the USL, he's never been called. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kevin Lambert is an excellent number 4 that shield the back line, but his dynamism isn't there. So I understand why Tapa don't play him sometimes because it's not a number 8 box to box. You know what I'm saying? Not obviously, you know, him do one thing only, and him do it pretty well. You know, but you pluck these guys out of this and then you play them against a Japan team that running all cylinders. You know, the man not going to look good. So a lot of the times we set our players up for failure. We choose players because of sentiment and not because they are top statistically in the league. And then we expect magic. You understand? So, you know, there's a lot of things wrong, brethren. A lot of things that you know, the coaching staff need to look into themselves. I don't think they're doing a bad job. But, you know, organizationally, them all over the place. Not to mention the admin. So, you know.
Bring up Bertram question, then we'll deal with it.
Bertram.
Afternoon, guys.
I'm going to read it out and then we can deal with it.
Shavan, what you have to say?
Yeah, afternoon. Thanks for accepting me on the show.
Yeah, man, no problem, man.
Welcome, Trevor.
Yeah, this is something I always want to say, but I never get the platform to say it. I think we're taking the wrong look when it comes on to like development in the country. We always hear persons complaining about too much English players being introduced in the team, but in my perspective, we have to do that because I think when it comes to development, I think we place too much emphasis on high school, and with the high school, the company ISA, I don't think ISA is doing a good job pertaining to development. I think ISA is one of our biggest problems when it comes on to development because high school football is not about school football. It's about high school, which school is the best. It's not about development. When you have some of the top players in a high school, some of them may not be academically, they may not be the best, but because of that, them don't get the chance to show themselves and then everybody starts shun them. So when the school starts shun them, kick them out of school, everybody start calling them workless. There's a saying when me hear Craig Butler always say, if you grade a fish on its ability to climb a wall, you might always fail.
Can I say something to you though?
Sure, go ahead.
Any nation that relies on high schools to develop their footballers, because we've been lucky with our high schools developing our athletes, but that's not how it should go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sports people are developed by clubs. Like if you go in any that's why we have track clubs, football clubs, etc. We can't look towards ISA to develop professional athletes. You know what I mean? Their priority is to give students
no money. No.
Let me finish.
Hold on, boss. Allegedly, boss. Allegedly.
If you
hold on. Allegedly one. Two. Yeah. Allegedly one. Two. The views expressed on the Formula Sports channel are not necessarily those of the Formula Sports. We have to make that absolutely clear.
Yeah. You see, if you believe that ISA are going to develop athletes who are going to carry it to the World Cup, that's our problem. Understand? That's the problem. We're looking towards the wrong people to provide the services. You understand?
Exactly, because
it's the local clubs, and you can't look on semi-professional clubs and expect them to develop world-class players. Yes, every now and then again they might develop a good player, but you can't expect them to churn out world-class players
on a consistent basis.
Not a realistic expectation.
Yeah.
You understand?
All right,
so we have to tempo some of what I say with the realities of the situation. You understand?
Yeah, that's something I always been, because I used to play Monaco for JC as well. And
big up
my grades wasn't always the best. I'm not an idiot, you know, but I'm not a theory person, I'm a more practical type of person.
Yeah. You learn differently.
Yeah. So me was basically an all-rounder. I could have played anyway. I could have keep, I could have play right back, central attacking mid anyway.
Yeah.
But based off of that, in a fifth farm, you know, say CXC tech farm. So that have to be a priority. So because the school always say, yo, you know, come to school for play football, you come to school for school.
And that is right.
Which is right, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to use, but ISA, and then what the schools them with ISA will tell you, say, when you leave school, go college overseas in the US. I think that's one thing where I kill our players them as well. Because when the players them go college, them are graduate by them at 22.
We said that especially about JC, because I'm a old boy. Because I know what I'm telling you. Them telling you to go college.
Yeah. Siobhan is a big point that you raise, you know. You realize that the US has moved away from that and has been seeing increased
European football.
European is a big point that you raise, my boss. More for highlight that.
Hold on, I don't know if you remember this player from Excel. This was my first year at JC. They have this brother who play for Excelsior, Ricardo Jimenez. I don't know if anyone remember him.
I remember the name.
Yeah.
Jimenez was the best striker I have ever seen in the Manning Cup. Remember when they at JC, we play a match against him up at JC. And this brother here nearly kill. What I say kill. We as JC students start cheer for Excelsior. I'm always say, yo, I can't wait to see that brother here in the national colours. The last thing we hear about this brother, him get the same scholarship thing going overseas, and JFF now call him.
Yeah.
No, when you have a talent like that, instead of your groom, because all right, my theory, look on this, based on our football itself. A player go through the whole football system, go college. When him look on the opportunities based to say, all right, if I play football at Jamaica, I'm gonna make what? 30-40 grand a month.
Joking.
Whereas if I turn a doctor, I'm gonna make millions.
Yeah.
Where you think them are gonna turn to?
That's why Jail had put down football and
go track. Exactly.
Go track.
We don't have no form of development, and then the players them, I know say everybody upon this now. The 3 away with upon this, the 4 away upon this now, has known at least 2 persons who have natural football talent, but because of them education, the school push them out. Everybody push them down, and right now them either they are Dovcat or them they are GP. But guarantee.
I can tell you my experience from when I went to JC, and I don't know if it's the same with you. But a lot of the best runners, cricketers, footballers do not play representational sport for the school.
Yeah.
They do not play for the school. There's a lot of talent out there that don't
represent the school.
And hence they never play for a club. The most them play is for them class or in a PE. You understand?
I remember, like, the last day of school when everybody start Eagle before CXC. We play one Eagle football. You'd have 3 youth in my class. Them not really that educated. We play Eagle ball game. And best believe so the man them literally play better than even the man who play Manning Cup. I mean, if I say, brother, so how you never try out for the team? And say, brother, we can't get them subject there where them tell me some you are.
And it's not only that, it's all about desire as well. Just because you have the talent, you're not necessarily.
Yes.
Are you not inspired?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Solid point. Solid point.
You know what I mean? And
I've seen that personally. I see a baller and him not have the desire to play football, but him bad.
Yeah, exactly. And the desire come to the fact that when you look on how the footballers them out here living, them not gonna have the desire for go.
I'd rather use this talent and go college or foreign.
Exactly.
And if you just stay over there. Because that's what happens a lot. The man them go to America, go take a 9 to 5 after them finish college. So we lose a lot of our talent.
Yeah, and I think with international dimension now, there's a paradigm shift in the way that we're kind of moving towards the professional game. Yeah. Maybe back in the day, it's all about there wasn't any support there for lead you in the direction professionally. You know what I mean? So now, with the understanding of the game, because I think Jamaicans in general and the YouTubers and fans and, with the advent of all this football that we're watching, we're becoming a lot more educated and sophisticated about it. So totally there's more. You understand? So the Norman Campbells, they are not anomalies now. Norman Campbells and the Kaim Parises, that is, and with IG as well, you're seeing these guys succeed. So younger players now going to be like, listen, there's Leon Bailey's a big factor in that too. Leon with him, a beer ice, Leon Avan. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You can get from football. So so
big life.
Yeah. Not to say that is the ideal way. Maybe you should really do it for your talent and your love for the game. But that is another avenue that we kind of pull for future players as well.
Yeah, we need to stop lose some of our talent. So
I remember. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We lose a lot of our talent, and we can't blame the youth them because they have to secure them future. One of the most successful young businessmen in Jamaica right now, was a ratted baller for Campbell High School, Kimani Robinson was starting RETV.
Yeah.
Never played for Jamaica, leave out football after high school. Talented youth.
No, a lot of them youth, Huey used to play with Kimani too.
You understand?
A lot of them guys like, a Dr. Masay and all them something. You're right. You guys are absolutely right about that.
You understand?
But that was like, 10, 15 years ago,
Yeah,
so,
from Andy Williams time then.
Yeah.
Out of that generation, Andy and Foley alone really make anything out of football.
Yeah, Foley not
Bibi. You understand? Yeah, so we need to do better for you.
Not matriculating.
Transition, yeah.
But that back then is night and day of now. I think it's a lot more. I'm not going to say professional.
Yeah.
But I think it will come on leaps and bounds, man.
Yeah, because the light is being shown on a lot more things. So
I don't think enough is being done, in my opinion. Because honestly, I'm sick and tired of every 4 years. Me feel wave on Brazil flag alone. I'm sick and tired of it.
Let's never see this country in the World Cup, eh?
No, I've seen it. Wait up, I've seen.
How old are you?
I'm 98. I'm 29, man.
You born 98?
I'm born 92.
Oh, 92. Oh, you look young, man. Well, lucky
yeah,
you, bro. There are enough of us, enough young people out there who've never seen it, bro.
Never get to the option. I remember it's the game that we qualified for the World Cup. I remember I went to that game with my dad.
Yeah.
And I remember at one point in time, I stand up and I can't see my father, and my father there right beside of me. Just for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No,
The
forget
vibe.
that.
Yeah.
I must say, the culture, I don't think, it's not only football now, the sport in itself in Jamaica, I don't think sports itself in Jamaica is taken seriously and it can be seen as a business. I think it's more of an extracurricular activity,
Yeah.
hence the reason why. 'Cause I remember there's one more story that I like to tell before I leave. I was in a taxi one day and there was this, we talk about football, and this lady, she said, yo, football a waste of time. Nobody can make no money off of football. So my virgin said to her, say, you have a grandchild? She said, yeah, me have 4 grandson. And the brother said to him, say, yo, it's best you get the son in a football, the grandson in a football. She said, 4. So the man said, all right, how much money you think Andrew Wellness make a week? She said, she give you a figure, I couldn't remember. Some virgin said, I said, how much money you think Raheem Sterling make a week? Fear, hear what she saying, 100,000 Jamaican dollar a week.
What?
The two are we looking at the car. The two are we look upon her and laugh. I would say Raheem Sterling make nearly 45 million Jamaican dollar a week. You see, when she turn around for me and look for me, I guarantee say any man, any male in our family, if them a play cricket, I got football, them a go play. Just for the look alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just said the problem too, the ignorance. That's the biggest problem as well.
Yeah, persons just because them think of the old 80s, 90s, 80s, 70s type of living.
Yeah.
Them don't know so football itself is a brand.
Yeah.
Football is probably the biggest business in the world right now.
Is the mentality, you know, of some of the parents, you know, some of the older heads, you know.
Yeah.
They are still thinking along traditional lines. And that is the problem. The lawyer, the doctor, the this, the that, and them not see sports. They're not seeing sports at all. All right. So, by the way, welcome, Marlon. You want to say anything quick and fast?
Yeah, man. Bless up. Pray for everybody. Bless up, panelists.
Bless up, man.
Yeah. What he made mention about schoolboy football. I mentioned it on other platform a couple of times that it kills our production, because most of the guys, when they should leave high school and probably get themselves in a club, the coach want them to stay an extra year to win B Cup or Manning Cup, and it basically when it comes to them moving forward, it holds them back a lot. If you look at most of our players, Luton Shelton didn't leave high school and go straight into Harbourview, right? That shows you something different. Certain players, even a Fleming should have left high school a long time ago. Maggie should have left high school a long time ago.
Yeah.
His progression was basically held back by a year, basically, to win a money.
Your boss is called the Issa Mafia, yeah? It's called the Issa Mafia. That's what that's called.
The views expressed on the Farmers Sports channel are not necessarily those.
No, but formula, I chew him talk. Issa is a problem.
Of course, it is.
Issa is a problem.
Let me tell you, because
Marlon, you freeze up. Marlon, internet look like it gone.
Yeah.
Marlon gone.
Yeah, you hear me now?
Yeah, Marlon is back now. Yeah, man, we're hearing you. Go on, boss.
What?
No, Mal. Marlon, we're not here.
Marlon sound like him a flow in my head, man.
Marlon.
Schoolers.
Marlon, we're not hearing a word you're saying, boss. You hearing us? Yeah, we're not hearing a word. Yeah. Until Marlon start out thing.
While Marvin, I have one more comment.
Yeah, man.
The other day, I was at my dad's workplace. I remember someone saying to me, the same Issa thing. He was saying that Chris Taylor, well, Mbappe, when he was 19 years old, was winning the World Cup with France. Chris Taylor was at Calabar fighting for a sponge at 19 years old.
Mm.
Just think about that. 19-year-old.
Well, now do we eat them justice at all, bro. And it's
Yeah.
not their fault.
Yeah.
You
I may
understand?
say, we know formula, you can't bash them. It's not the views, it's not our viewers. But I think we need to take the initiative out of ISA, because especially football, track and field is a reason why track and field athletes improve. The tracks teams at the major schools them train all year round. All year round.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
school start until school finish. Whereas football would
3
start
months.
basically July or August.
Yeah.
And depending on when the school knock out of the competition, that's when football done.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot of there's not enough football being played.
There
And
isn't.
and you're right, it's not on the shoulders of the schools to develop either.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, they're all in it to win, the spoils, you have the every year time you want your GSE in a football or your Georges them. We used to go Calabar, so me, all about the tracks as well.
Yeah.
So, but not until we can have good development prospects. And I think it's happening. I like to put a silver lining in things, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of, even Craig Butler, the academy is popping up,
Yeah.
Virtue with Ballers Academy that really, make normal Campbell who him is now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And a lot of kids getting involved, and the exposure, with these local players, getting contracts and being successful, only going in the right direction. It may be slow, but I feel that there's definitely more encouragement in that area.
Yeah, man, as long as we start, bro. We never have to worry if it's slow. We just have to start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the more we call the players, obviously, I'd like in a perfect world, I would like I have 5 players that I will always want to include on any Jamaican team going forward. Not at the expense of the best players possible. But as you know, as I know, and I don't know if a lot of people know this as well, studies have been done. A lot of people say they want the best 23 players available. The best 23 players do not mean the best team.
Yeah.
True.
Because if you
True.
have talented everywhere, everyone going to want to outdo themselves, and that is not good for team chemistry and team performances.
Agreed.
Going forward, my 5 players that cannot be left out of any squad. I would say Norman Campbell, Kaheem Parrish, Joshan Anglin, Walker, and I have a 5th player that deserting me right now to rot it. Maggie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tyreek.
Yeah. So
to gain the experience from now.
Because we're getting a lot of players. A lot of players not used to CONCACAF.
Yeah.
A lot of players aren't necessarily number 10s.
Yeah.
A lot of players not used to Caribbean, Central American conditions.
Yeah.
So, we're sending these guys down there. Oh, yeah, them do this well for Blackpool or wherever them play for. But, them not necessarily going to assimilate in the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do agree that we need positions and we need depth. And the depth that will come in with a lot of these English guys going to kind of take it over the hump and hopefully qualify us to a World Cup. And then the younger players will get a chance to kind of show what is, once Jamaica gets on a certain level. So I agree, and it's not a bashing.
Yeah.
But, we have to kind of look about all the players, that we have at our disposal.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys. I'm going to jump on those because I have some cooking to do.
All right, thanks for coming.
Yeah, man.
Thanks again for the time.
Yeah,
No
man.
problem. No
Yeah,
problem.
man, respect. Good points.
Yeah, man. Solid points. All right. So, guys, I wanted to breeze quickly over the recent, Prima and I were discussing it earlier. News breaking about, Marlon is on. Marlon, come back on.
Okay.
Yeah, they sort out, boss.
It's not me, man. It's the internet. Like the flashing. So I guess the routers are misbehaving.
Yeah, finish up your point, Marlon.
What I was saying, when we said we're gonna mention ISA have their sponsorship, so they have to produce a product.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So whether it be track and field, they always gonna try for the high school to have the best players there. But as a player, and you want to uplift yourself, you must know your stance and where you want to be. Right? It's if I'm looking back when I was playing D Cup to know, basically, I'd have stopped playing league from fifth form.
Yeah.
If I was like no, because football is more centralized right now
Yeah.
than how it was before.
It's a
You have-
career now.
Yeah, it's a career now. It's not like back there in the late 90s when I'm playing and you're saying, okay, if you can get a chance to go in the under 20 side, that's it, right?
Yeah.
But another thing I think JFF needs to go back to the development league, the under 21 league.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Marlon, I agree. Marlon, why did it stop? Why did it stop, Marlon? Sponsorship?
It was basically sponsorship, and some of the clubs so they couldn't afford it. But I think what they should have done,
restart, Marlon.
They should have went out and get a different sponsorship for this league, because you look at the players who came to this league, Rudolph Aston, all these guys, right? All of them came through the Wolf. They came through before they went into Portmore senior team.
Yeah.
So when you leave high school and you go to play for a club, and you sit on the bench and you're not getting any game, what's going to happen to you? You're going to be demotivated. You're going to develop. Yeah. Your development stop.
So Jamaica doesn't have a junior league?
There's a junior league tier, but what I'm saying, back then when I used to be around football a lot, we had like a youth Premier League. So all the Premier League team have to field a youth under 21 team. So that league used to play on a Saturday and the Premier League play on a Sunday. So all these guys, Andre Blakes, all these guys, they come through the same system.
So what happens?
But the whole thing, they cancel it. But the thing about it, they're youth leagues. But how competitive are the youth leagues?
That's the thing. It is all over the place. It's not a concentration of the
why you
best
need
talents
the
in the
Premier League.
island.
You need the Premier League to step in, like MLS is doing. They're creating new youth divisions all the time, so they can build the talent up.
All right. My say on it, they need to go back to the Premier League under 21, right?
I
They
agree.
need to concede under
Hold on,
21.
Bob. Let's take up in there. No, I don't think them should go back to a Premier League under 21. 21 heroes should be playing professionally. Maybe under 18.
No.
You know what I mean?
You have to
Fair
go
point.
to
Yeah.
Remember, Premier League 2 is a development league, same way. A person is coming from injury, he can play in that league. If you're gonna go under 18, right? If a person coming 25 who's coming back from injury, try to get some fitness, some game time, you're not gonna send him to play under 18. So the under 21, you can understand from it.
More mature players.
So the next thing they need to do, they need to have a Confed under 21. So you have the 6 best team from Eastern Confed. Kingston and St. Andrews the same way. You go to Western Confed and Central. So they need to do that, and that's a development.
Yeah. But didn't they have like a All Island? I think it was Sports Max, like a.
Yeah, they have that.
It was a 14. Was a 14. It was
For
parish.
the
right?
Caribbean, the parish, yes.
Yeah, what that?
And that stopped too.
Not gone.
All right. Through COVID, they didn't play. But
I
remember
thought it was brilliant, Goon. I thought it was
it was
brilliant, that parish
that was
thing.
good. But remember this: that play for like 6 weeks. That play in the summer. If you have a tournament like this, you need this thing to continue and grow. 6 months at least.
And you need several age groups as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Remember this: when you play football for basically 3 months, like D Cup, right? You go 6 weeks in, you go on Diamond pre-season. 3 months of Money Cup, D Cup. If you don't get yourself affiliated to a club, you have to wait until another schoolboy football season again.
Yeah.
So your progression is halted there. So when and I can tell you this: schoolboy football doesn't build you. It helps you to win, right?
So
it doesn't develop.
no scouts at the schoolboy games from the Jamaican clubs, from the Premier League clubs.
Yes,
brother. Can I tell you an experience I've had? The only time I've ever seen a scout in Jamaica for any football business, Bridget, is I'm scout from college overseas. You understand? I think what happens is they watch TV, they watch the Manning Cup, and Jamaica is a small country. So a man make a name for himself, the clubs will want to get him in. There's no real scouting going on in terms of the schools, bro. The schools can teach the people how to scout. The high school track teams scout better than anybody else in the country.
Yeah.
Them man can find a youth who can run fast. if him hide behind the biggest bush around the country.
You're right. They
Case
found
or
my
JC
cousin.
go find him. You understand? And him a run a champs and a win them medal. Why we can't do that in a football?
Yeah.
I just think we gotta organize at the grassroots. We gotta build our own youth base.
Yeah, definitely.
Get the best from England to supplement the talent we're developing. I see all the European teams doing the same thing, all the CONCACAF teams doing the same thing, and then you have a bunch of people saying if it's not all English, we're going to fail. And I'm looking at them like, did you see the 98 team? It was all supplements where we were weak.
Yeah.
But
it's a mixture.
Yeah,
I think more scouting goes on from not necessarily scouts,
Mm.
but if you have like the Manning Cup and the Costa Cup players,
Mm.
they will, in a lot of instances, if they want development to continue, they will link Rudolph Speed out to Cavalier and say, yo, I have a youth right here, so link your harbor view. And what I like Rudolph Speed, especially what he's doing with Cavalier, him don't afraid for place 17, 8. Him have a 15-year-old on him squad, on the JPL squad. So that is I know our network needs to be improved and whatever it is, but if we start involving the 16, 17, 18-year-olds on a more consistent basis, just like the two of them and the Paris them.
Have to.
You know, that is enough for right now to kind of Go ahead.
You know the good thing I see? The Craig Butler mentality is spreading.
Yeah.
They want to copy it now. That's the greatest thing because they're gonna build more academies to target players. Like I love the English-based players, but we cannot rely on England to produce our talent. That makes no sense. Brazil doesn't rely on Portugal, you know?
Yeah. And also, it wouldn't benefit our youngsters. How are they going to be professionals?
And that's what we
living and give back to the country and help our economy. That is the end goal at the end of the day, is to improve our country. And JFF needs to realize, can I finish there? JFF needs to realize that this is a means and a way to do that. Because when we look back at what the young man just said, to how much money Raheem Sterling earn a week, the man come give him entire primary school shoes for the year.
Yeah.
We need more people who can do them thing there, or inspire the youth them for do them thing there. You understand?
Yeah, we'll become a monster for real.
Yeah.
DJ Liverpool. Where you have to say, boss?
I'll go on. Good afternoon, everyone.
I'll go on, bro.
I'm like, yo, man, big up yourself.
Where I'm going?
Yeah, what happened?
Boss, vanish. Pull a disappearing act.
But for me, so all right. I'm looking at a 5-year plan. I don't know. JFF have this thing. We have a bunch of year-olds and 19 years and 21-year-olds in the youngsters in Jamaica. They are in youth. They look.
Again,
right? You can get all these young players right now and put them together. A 3 and put them together.
Marlon, my boss.
So if you have these 30 guys together and you use them and build them, use a nation.
I think he's gonna have to come out. Come back.
Marlon, when I hear a word, yes, my boss. Yeah, when I hear a word, yeah. Can someone, a long time Bertram want to address the point there, no man. Long time he want to address it. Can someone explain if someone is Jamaican citizen, regardless of place of birth, why should they not get the same rights as Jamaican born person?
We're giving them. There's 10 English-based players in the squad right now. There is no racism amongst. We're all black.
I don't think his argument is racism, though. You know, I think his argument is discrimination.
The other night,
Yeah,
Kind of
but
rational.
Theo, I think to be fair to the gentlemen, their arguments are not racism. They are discrimination based on where individuals are born.
nationality.
All right. Can
Yeah.
I say something?
I don't think anybody wants it is pro exclusion, or most people shouldn't be pro exclusion of the British based
I
players.
don't think most people are
Not-
either.
Yeah, but we cannot be foolhardy in not, understanding the reality in that we have to have some type of development for the players.
Yeah.
Every country develops their players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, we're not saying not to talent anywhere, but
Yeah.
you cannot you cannot wholesale switch out individuals based on the fact that you don't have players coming through. That is my point.
They're using a club mentality, like a super club mentality, like a Manchester City or Man United. You know, can't say Arsenal anymore. Sad, but yeah, they're using that, like get the best players. You know, but they don't understand you got to develop. Because the African countries do that, they get all the players from all over Europe, and they never really go.
Hear what
that
the problem
far.
is, though. Hear what the problem is. You can say you want to develop, but if you're not developing or you don't understand how to develop, you're going to always rely on it.
You have to supplement
Yeah.
till then. Bottom
Well,
line is you have to
yeah.
supplement till then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Till then, you're going to have to supplement. I
Mhm.
do understand what you're saying, that you cannot have a team filled with English players, right? I do understand that. It's going to stifle the local talent.
Yeah.
Understand? And the local talent is looking not as good as it could because also of the pandemic. Yeah.
Primo, sorry to cut you, Primo, but Primo, the local players don't make a good argument for themselves either.
No.
Yeah. No. And we have
I'm
to
sorry.
say, hold on.
You know what?
Let me finish.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. The local players just haven't covered themselves in glory, but the conditions haven't helped either. No, I really believe that you should be picked on merit. And I say that because there are local players that are better than some of the English players that are bringing in, and there are English players that are better than some of the local players that refuse to get out of the team, right? And there are also English players that are in the team already that they should stop inviting. So it brings me to the question of merit. You understand? Are we doing this on merit or link or who?
No, that's
you can't get joke. Cause I hear man say man a vibes, man. The vibes
That's
are
an excellent point. You know what, Primo, you know why that's an excellent point?
Yeah.
You know why that's an excellent point? Because would you all agree that the local players invited, or what is it, local born or is it local base? Which one we're talking about?
Local base. It can't be local.
So would you agree that the ones that were invited were the best options?
Well, local base?
Yeah, for the Japan tour.
Oh, you mean
how would we know?
playing overseas?
First of all, them not playing. But
that's exactly what I'm saying. How would we know?
But and I hear people coming down on Campbell, Tool.
Yeah.
Right? Another play. I think and you know within the local
playing going on.
He might play good, same warrant.
El Salvador, I think.
Yeah, it works in squad, but all right. So wouldn't all right. So if a Lamar Walker had gone, or Anglin not made such a good impression.
Hold on. Because somebody in the comments, I misinterpret what I say. Stephen Yhung.
Okay.
I said some. So don't start include Andre Gray and Bell. I said there are some English players that are not warranted. You understand?
Hold on the Primo. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second, guys. Why am I not surprised that Stan Kroenke is coming onto the panel? I was wondering how it was taking him so long.
No, I'm busy actually, but I had to come on to address that whole question that I posed. I had to come on.
Yeah.
So here's my point, guys. We keep talking about this whole notion of English-based players and who can be part of the team and not be part of the team. Here's my frustration. If you're a Jamaican citizen, you should have the same rights as any other person, regardless of where they're born or naturalized. And what you guys seem to be proposing is that we should carve out a quota system.
No, Kroenke.
Wait. Let me. No.
That would kill our
Let me finish. A quota system where we're saying, and the gentleman on the right said that certain positions, he has a core set of people who should be in the squad, regardless of their qualification, their capability, their ability. So therefore, you're going to have a quota system where you're reserving certain spots for a certain number of players because you don't want to not ensure players get opportunities. Here's the thing, guys. And I hear the other gentleman comparing what other countries are doing. There is no country in the globe, let me repeat this, no country in the globe that had a situation that Jamaica has, whereby it has a ton of players who have been developed by another country because a lot of people migrated, like my parents did in the 40s, 50s, and 60s to the UK. Trinidad didn't because they had
Majority of the
oil.
African nations.
Wait, let me finish. No, you have African nation. You don't. No country like Jamaica. Not Algeria. Not Cameroon.
African nations. France League is all African.
But let me
North
finish.
Africa, West Africa.
Let me finish. Then you can make your point. Let me finish. There's no country in the globe. I repeat this, so you can go check. You may have a Suriname, much smaller. You may have a Belize, much smaller. You may have a Cameroon. Don't have the same volume of players available for national selection like Jamaica does. Yes, France.
I mean, Cameroon don't. Oh, you finish.
Let me finish. France.
Make Bertrand finish.
France has a number of countries who had colonies where the people migrated to France, just like they did from Jamaica to England, who now are France citizens. Some choose to play for France, others choose to play for their country of their parents, right? Or where their descendants come from. But this whole notion, here's my view on life, which is the only time you need a quota system is like you have in the US, for example, whereby people were prevented from having opportunities because of their race, solely because of their race. So you have to catch up. You have to make that up to get them to the same place, and then you can get to your quota system, which may never happen in the US. You can't say people are Jamaican. Let me just finish. I'm going to finish. You can't say if I'm a Jamaican, which I am not by birth, that I can't get into the national team because I wasn't born in Jamaica and you want to develop Jamaican players. I'm not sure how we can live with that. When you tell me we're all black people.
Can I put in our cranky?
Go ahead.
Here's why I'll never believe in a quota system. I live in a house with 4 people in Jamaica and I'm the only Jamaican in the house. My wife and my 2 children are English. They're both dual citizens. So if I take up my family now and go to England, they're going to tell me, say, if my boy go in an academy and come back, and him born out here, but he's a dual citizen. My daughter born a foreign. You tell me if my boy want to come back and play for Jamaica, you're going to tell him about quota.
Yeah, that's the point, right? That's the point.
You understand? So it's not that I'm against the English player. I'm saying pick the players based on merit. If you want my call name, we could have find better central defender than Curtis Tate. You understand?
Look, I don't agree with any of that.
And whether it be local or foreign, it don't matter. Just pick the best players. That is what we really are saying.
But I don't think everyone is advocating that, right?
Yeah.
Some people are saying you have, like Speed said it, you have to have people who are born in Jamaica, because it's not about Jamaican citizenship, born in Jamaica, who has to be given an opportunity, and the national program is utilized to do so. Now, the JFF can have other means of achieving that same objective. It doesn't have to be through the national program where you give exposure. And I said this the other day to Mr. Porter, which is, I've been around longer than you guys by a far. This whole concept and perspective.
Why am I not?
No, I have. Trust me. Concept and perspective that, oh, by the way, the 98 team, which I'm very familiar with, we only had a sprinkling of players. You know those players? 2 of the 3 who were constant after the World Cup, they paid their way to come to Jamaica to try for the team.
Yeah.
And you didn't have the same level of knowledge, of opportunity by those English-based players to say, you know what, I can go play for Jamaica.
Yeah.
Right? And even today's environment, which is, I don't know why you have a group of people who have been developed by another country you don't want to leverage.
Yeah.
Like the JFF is backwards in terms of how it thinks about this, which is about this. You have all these players that play for Jamaica, right? You don't have the money to do all you want to do. Why don't you leverage those same people to be your ambassadors? Why don't you leverage them to come back to Jamaica to help to teach, groom, develop, guide, coach? Why don't you leverage all your resources globally? The diaspora is not poor, frankly. I like people in the diaspora. Why don't you try to reach out to that base to help you generate resources? Why aren't you thinking much more strategic in how you think about what you want to do and how you want to do it? Why are you so focused locally? Because Jamaica, here's the last one to make. I watched the track and field. I'm a big track and field fan. Yesterday, and the analyst said we're being viewed by the 6 million Jamaicans globally. He didn't say we're being viewed by the 3 million people in Jamaica. He talked about Jamaicans being a global people, and the iSpot media, whatever we utilize to view, we're all what's transpiring in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So why do we make an exclusion for certain segments in terms of football? We're saying, you know what, we are one people. Let's stop dividing ourselves. Let's leverage our best talent, and let's try to help the company move forward in any discipline, including football.
Bertram, I want to say something. Again, for the 1 millionth time, I do not agree with Mr. Speed's comment. Right?
No, I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying you do.
Yeah, man. I know. I'm playing devil's advocate, and 2, I am trying to show where I personally think Mr. Speed was coming from, even though I think he's wrong. I want to put the question to the panelists. Do the panelists think that Mr. Speed has an argument about, given the current structure, practical, not ideal, but given the current structure, local football would suffer greatly in terms of from a sustainability standpoint or the lack thereof, if the national program was not used to help to promote players?
Rudolph Speed, he's being disingenuous right there, because he knows better than anyone else that his pipeline, his production line, he doesn't necessarily need a JFF to do it.
But Speed doesn't need the JFF, but how many other clubs do?
I mean, in this current environment, I agree to a certain extent that the JFF doesn't blood players or develop players, but there's enough agents around there. No, there's enough, younger players getting opportunities elsewhere. I think we're moving away from blooding them with in the national program. I agree with that.
Is the Jamaican national team? What'd you say?
So they're overstepping their bounds when it comes to player development.
They
need to understand that. They need to understand that that is not their job. Their job is to administrate, to make sure that football run properly in the country. It's to administrate football.
But that's what they're trying to do in a primo. That's what they're trying to do.
Are up to the clubs. The players are developed by the clubs.
Absolutely.
So, you understand? So when they are going to say they might use JFF for player development.
Primo. May I agree with you. Hold on there 1 second, Theo. May I go give the floor, but I just want to say this. I agree with you 100%, Theo. Primo rather, but that's why I keep on talking about the practical aspect of it, I think sometimes we're mixing up what is ideal with practically the current structure and the current setup in the country. Does it facilitate proper club development and exposure?
What might seem practical now is what is one of the main things that is holding back our football. If you want good, your nose have to run. So if you're going to make those changes, you're going to have to implement them from now and suffer the consequences of those changes until you reap the benefits. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Solid point.
Primo. US was in the same boat. They didn't really have a youth structure. So they used the federation in tandem with MLS to build the youth up till they now have private, academies now. So I'm saying maybe this is Jamaica's transition, to making the best of our talent. Not saying we can't get abroad, but as I've been saying, we cannot focus on other countries developing our talent because they're gonna choose those countries first. Because you're gonna go.
Nobody's saying that. We're saying develop the talent then. You understand? Don't tell us you're developing talent and every now and then we see exceptional talent.
Yeah.
You're not developing the talent on the level that is going to affect
on a consistent basis.
Nobody can disagree with that.
So do you guys realize that in big countries, so for instance in France, you have probably 2 or 3 major contributors to the national team.
Yeah.
Germany, you have Bayern Munich, you have Borussia Dortmund, probably 2 or 3 as well. You know what I mean? So nobody is saying that every club has to be totally dominant in youth development. We have blueprints in Jamaica as we speak. We have Cavalier, we have Harborview, and we have Mount Pleasant Academy. If those three teams or three club structures got all out in this development and doing what they're supposed to do in order to blood these players and export these players, I don't think we have much of a problem.
Goon, that is a solid damn point you just raised.
I'm not sure that's exactly the case. I think what we're confusing is where a player end up versus where the player started. Most players in England, frankly, don't start necessarily with those clubs where they end up at.
Fair.
Right? So if I'm at Charlton and I look very good at 13, 14, Chelsea buys me or Man City buys me, come with more money, convince my parents, let me come, be part of the academy. So it's not necessarily that those clubs are the ones who are developing the players. Clubs like Chelsea, Arsenal have great academies.
Cranky, is a fact they're talking about,
No, but I understand
both arguments, both individuals have a point.
Yeah,
to an extent. Yeah.
What he's saying is that the clubs that necessarily make up the national teams don't necessarily produce the kids from a younger age. They acquire them at a young age, but they don't necessarily produce them or start them off.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fact in a lot of instances. And frankly, the national team used to be just 4 teams.
Yeah.
And that's changing too. When you play like Leeds in the team now, West Ham in the team now.
True.
It's a much broader base than it used to be, where the concentration of Arsenal, Man U, that's a very time.
Cranky, to be fair, you are using the England as a reference point. Goon is talking about Germany, different setup.
Yeah, and I'm talking, sorry, formula, and I'm talking teams that have been successful within the last 40 years. England is not the gold standard. England won the World Cup in 1966.
Now go back to my point. Bayern has a pick of any player in Germany.
True.
From any club. So think about any player you know in Germany is very, very good. I'm surprised they didn't get De Bruyne. They eventually end up at Bayern if they want them.
True.
So if you're saying they're in Bayern, of course, because Bayern get to pick the best German player, and even sometimes certain foreign players that be in the club.
Cranky,
same thing how PSG is doing it in France.
Cranky. Doesn't Bayern facilitate that transition of those players from good players in the Bundesliga to world-class players?
The German model is the best.
And it's not Bayern either. I think Havertz, Florian Wirtz. It came from FC Cologne.
To
Bayer Leverkusen.
Cologne and then Leverkusen.
Havertz.
Yeah, but
Leverkusen. These teams have strong.
Go down that rabbit hole now.
These teams have strong development. No matter, I know. Yeah, Bayern Munich may be the #1 team in Germany, but that is just like the others. That's all I'm saying.
It's not sliding anyone. I think here's what you do. Actually.
If you look at it,
they have a term in corporate environment which says "kill the company," right? What that actually means is this, which is you're doing something, you're doing really well. You know what you do? You say, what can put me out of business? What can destroy me? Then you put measures in place to make sure you address that so you can be a sustainable company.
Yeah.
What Jamaica needs to do is think about this. You can't do what England does or what France or Germany does. You don't have the resources to do it.
Yeah.
But what do they do really well that I can leverage, given the resources I have, to make sure I put a program in place that's going to be long-term thinking, sustainable, strategic to get me to my objective, which is produce world-class players and have world-class system, because we do it in track and field. Track and field didn't start that way, We're getting there in track and field because track and field is leveraging the college system to produce world-class athletes. Now we're doing it at home. They're staying home.
Yeah.
Why can't we think about what others do, which is what most companies do, and leverage that to get better?
And my initial point, you're right. My initial point was not to say that we'll have some huge machinery to get players out there. I'm just saying we can do it with we're not limited resources, but a limited amount of clubs doing the same thing. I am all for supplementing, you know what I mean? And as you say, these English players, they are Jamaican. Nobody's excluding them. But I'm all for, in the interim to use these players as much as we can to leverage, as you said. But the development process has to continue as well and has to get better.
Here's what Mr. Speed said, which was very important. You guys should think about this. He said the English-based players, I'm going to use my own word, have the same DNA as Jamaican players given their lineage. And if we all agree on that, then the question is, why can't we compete on a world-class level with the same English players who we're trying to bring into the national team? It has to do with, as we all talk about, coaching, system, facilities, opportunities, right? If you have the fundamental basic ingredient for something, why can't you use that ingredient to get you where you need to get to on a world-class level?
Our administration.
Yeah, look, I think it's part of it. Yeah, go ahead, Marlon.
Go ahead, Marlon.
Even what you see, when he's talking about the quota system for it, so look at this. If we bring Akida Taylor-Hart from Arsenal, who's in the Arsenal Academy, right, to come and play for the under-20 team, he's still in development stage, right? Right, and I'm going to put one of these players. You have Dwayne Atkinson or Cavalier, still developing. Both players need to be developed. Both players are at the same stage. So whether the guy is at a higher organization, right? He's still developing the same way. So I think both of them deserve their chance. So the quota system, I don't support it. So that's the same thing. I told you, my cousin came down a couple of years back to represent the team, the under-20 team, and he didn't go to the camp. He went there and he said, "I'm not going to stay." I know he went back overseas and said, "Guess what? This is a joke thing, because if I come to play football here and I'm going to go through all this crap, it doesn't make any sense."
Could we?
So if he's talking about development, both set of players agree that a player at Manchester United or Man City or Arsenal might be ahead of you, but he's still developing the same way. So I think it deserves the same opportunity to play for the national team.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, man, go through Primo.
You're as good as your competition. If you are trained and a player with better players, you get better. Nobody can dispute that. You understand? If you want up the youth them level, bring them around some youth with at the highest level. And
that's why I have my top five. That's why I have my 5 youth prospects that you have to include.
Yeah, you understand?
Or younger prospects, I should say.
Yeah. So you can't say you want to develop the player them and you not push them. You have to bring some players around there and push them and say, "Yo, I have to step up my game to compete."
Give me a second. If you look at it, you're developing players, right? Are you going to play on a 20 position? Are you going to take them straight to play?
Repeat that, yeah, crack up.
That's no development. If the guy should be playing before, playing some friendly match, get to understand each other, have a little chemistry, and when the players come in, you work from there.
Yeah.
If you're going to play a tournament and go right into it to develop players, it's not going to work.
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir. No development now go on no level. Right.
That's why we keep failing. That's why we keep failing. The under 17, the first under 17 team that went to World Cup in 99. Right? I played a couple of the guys in high school. Right? These are the same guys who filter straight through to some of them went to the basically the under 20 that qualify for the World Cup in Argentina in 2001.
Yeah, man. Adler and Prendergast, Ezra and them Monday. You know them.
So you see. Yeah. These guys are being developed because they played a lot of friendly. They went to Brazil and so many camps. No, we're taking guys out of high school to go and play against guys. When you take them to play against the Americans who are taking in players from Germany and England and Spain, what do you expect them to get? Look at it now. Yeah. Or another team that 2019 who failed to qualify and goal difference against Mexico. How many other guys are on the national team? And they miss a space.
And those guys that you mentioned punch above their weight too. Because we've never been properly prepared to go in any major youth tournament.
And then make 2 back to back.
Yeah.
Have we ever been properly?
And them they never matriculate into the national team.
No.
That's one thing I get
crazy.
Jamaican players, they always, punch above the expectations.
Yeah.
Especially the last 2 Gold Cups.
Yeah. Have we ever, like, well, I shouldn't say ever, but in recent times, does anybody here on the panel remember in recent times the last time you could say we went into a tournament at any level prepared?
the Chile tournament.
Chile wasn't a tournament, boss.
Friendly matches, bro.
We look really good, right?
You talking about Copa America?
Yeah, I saw that team and I told my uncle we going to the ship. And then we just fell short.
Oh, you're talking Copa America?
Yeah. Not Copa America.
No. They had a couple of friendly game in Chile
before
1-0.
Before Chile. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
No, 2-1, I think we won it.
Are they scored?
Yeah, I think
Something like that.
we won it. Yeah.
Yeah, we balled them. They had all their stars.
Yeah. All
No.
their stars
We didn't
except
ball.
Vargas.
No. We created a couple a few
Yeah.
chances on the break because we sat and we broke on them. But they had most of the possession, and don't get it twisted. The result may have finished in Jamaica's way, but
that's the style of play Jamaica plays. We
held our own.
No. In all honesty, that is Whitmore's what you call it? Philosophy.
But
Whitmore was the coach at that time.
No. Yeah, that was Schaefer, but now talking about no. That is basically what we have continued.
I think.
Okay, honestly, when you don't have the players to play, when you don't have the type of players to play positional football,
you're right.
Use it, so you have to play to your strength.
Absolutely.
You're right. Using your strength and your speed.
Absolutely.
You have to use that. That's why.
Look at the Czech Republic team today against.
Got you, Theo. Yeah, we're hearing you.
The Czech Republic team today against Holland. You see how they play? They wait for their chance. They catch them on their break. They always defensive sound. You know they don't have the speed like the Dutch, so they're not going, or the skill. They play to how they know how the players they got. So I think we shouldn't be ashamed of a defensive style. It's still an effective type of football, you know.
So
people don't think Whitmore has a philosophy.
Can I say this, which is I don't want to watch.
He doesn't.
Where you're parking the bus. In football, you need to impose your will on the other team.
But if we play like Brazil and lose, you're not him on them, cranky. Play like Brazil and lose, you're not there.
Stan, we don't have the players to be imposing no game on the other team.
Exactly.
Formula. Right? We have the players now, right, who are there, who can dominate.
Right now.
But if I see them playing the same set of football, if they're gonna take a Daniel Johnson and say, okay, you might have the ball for the 5 minutes, you might touch it, get the ball 20 times. Oh, that's not the problem. Ravel is a pro who we call him a shark, like to have ball. Daniel Johnson, Liam the same way. All these guys have balls. So to develop style, change the counter-attacking football.
Connection, bad man.
Marlon, your connection bad.
Guatemala, and we're going to it's not going to work.
But Marlon, is here.
Got you, Theo.
But we could use the Leon Baileys and the Jamal Lowe's when we're on the break, and the Antonios when we're on the break. You know, the Ravel Marsons.
Stand now, I hear that, Theo. Stand now, I hear about a break.
Theo, but Sam Allardyce does, because he doesn't have good enough players to compete. You want to go and impose your will on a team. So you don't want to.
No, we are not at that level yet. We're not friends.
Theo, win CONCACAF, bro.
Theo,
win CONCACAF. Come on.
Theo, we have it now. But to be fair to Whitmore previously, I don't think my thing is, right, the only game that I think we can judge Theodore Tupper Whitmore from in recent times regarding having a crop of players that could play a more attractive brand of football was the Saudi Arabia second game, and to Whitmore's credit, he did.
Formula.
Yeah, but formula.
Hey,
formula. I want to pose a question to you. When we beat you with...
Hold on. Make
Bertram
time.
Make Bertram finish.
Go, Cranky, go.
It's my last comment. When you select the best players from the pool you have available, not the 6-man pool you have, when you go out and pursue the best players that are out there, let's say Premier League players, and you bring them into your national program, you have an opportunity to compete with most teams in the world if you can source those players and they're part of your program. But when you don't, you end up like we do in the Gold Cup. We don't have the same quality. We play on the break and hope we nick a goal. And we play defensive to prevent them from scoring. I don't enjoy football. I'm going to the Gold Cup to watch all 3 games. I don't want to see we play that. I'm going to become as we say, Jamaica.
Cranky. I have a question. Oh.
Cranky. I understand what you are saying pertaining. I understand what you're saying pertaining to the style of play, but it all goes back to the poor leadership within the JFF. Because how much weeks leave until the Gold Cup start?
About 3.
Gold Cup start July 12? first game. And his first game.
Oh, it was less than 3 weeks.
Yeah. So
Playoffs start Saturday.
So
and
I'm going
on our players, most of our players are on holiday, you know, right? Why not? Formula, you know what me I go say now. You know what me I go say. Why we don't have a camp?
we,
No,
You
we're
see
gonna
players
have
that
a
were in.
have a camp doing now.
They start
I
July
saw
1st, the second in Orlando.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
but
Florida, we're
but
gonna-
remember the players don't know each other.
No,
It's a
Yeah,
no,
new
players
team.
also have to
no, I don't think
have their
I don't think
vacation time.
chemistry will be a
we're gonna
problem with
have
these
time
players,
to
bro.
condition. We're gonna have time to condition.
Yeah, man, they're gonna have a camp.
Yeah, I can't
These
wait to put a
professional. If you notice with Whitmore, if he has the players in it with a couple of sessions at best, 2-3 sessions, you will see some coordination at least in form, team shape, and defensively,
Mhm.
and
All
the rest
right.
will fall into place.
All right,
And the
guys.
thing, yeah,
We have
Finish your
15
point.
minutes.
Good.
Thanks
Yeah,
for having
finish
no,
your point.
no,
Yeah, man.
yeah, man.
Stan.
Big
Cool,
up.
cool.
So what I was saying is, I mean, administration needs to be faulted as well, but Whitmore is so I know I like the job that he's been doing, but some of his personnel you have to really wonder about.
That's a fair criticism.
Because if
Fair.
you have a CDM that can't receive the ball in pressure,
Yeah.
can't swivel, can't look up, can't make a pass, if in
Can't
pressure you
evade the
lose the ball
press.
in
Yeah.
Haka, and that is your main CDM for the last. Maybe he hasn't been called recently, but if you keep choosing players like that just because them can bust lace and them have an engine, then you have a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're go. I'm gonna do another live, and we go
Yeah,
down this
we'll do the
part
team
further
next.
because this is a hot button topic that we need to flesh out. Two things I want to get to quickly because my God, the time can fly when we're having fun. Quickly, I don't know how many of you guys heard about the marketing, the
Yes,
new.
right.
Yes, what you think about it, Shavan? Let me explain to the
Yeah,
people what it
I was
is.
the one
It's
that was
a
commenting. I was one that was commenting on it earlier, and
yes,
I hope the JFF did their research.
yeah,
Because I went on the company's website. It's a company
yeah,
that was started about 5 years ago, I think. So that's
5-6.
Yeah.
5-6 years ago, and the owner of the company, she has been marketing for over 20 odd years for Fortune 500. My thing is, if she's a person who has been dealing with those type of companies, will she
Yeah.
be the one be directly handling JFF's business and not handing it off to somebody smaller to try to handle it? That's my biggest issue, because
That's
we
a
don't
good
have
point.
no money right now, and to be wasting it in something that we're not sure of,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that, because as you can see, every time we play a football match, there's a pay issue. So we just hope that hopefully that's not a problem.
My thing is, where are they getting the money from to pay this? I mean, I know they get sponsorship, but can they afford it?
FIFA pandemic fund. Formula FIFA pandemic fund.
Yeah. All right. Remember go to Goon. Goon, what you have to say about it, boss? By the way, let me just, for those who are in the chat probably not aware, the JFF, it was announced by a number of media outlets like Nationwide News and also IRFM and a couple others as well. Caribbean, I don't remember the name of that one off the top of my head.
Weekly.
Yeah, that the JFF has signed a consultancy, a marketing consultancy agreement with a firm by the name of Moore Hughes. The owner of this firm has had over 20 years of experience dealing with Fortune 500 companies in terms of dealing in the marketing industry with Fortune 500 companies, right? So, Goon, what do you think about that, boss?
I mean, first of all, this is all because of guys like you, Formula Halftime, Coach's Desk, Lorian, all because of the transparency and the pressure that has been put on and the fan bases that you have developed. True. Secondly, I believe that any step in that direction is good enough for me right now.
Yeah.
It can argue whether it's the best step or the best company. But as you say, my brother there, been basically do research on them like him a researcher stock. So right now the thing sound up. You understand? So any move in that direction and the pressure has been getting to them in regards to stuff like that, as well as the social media presence, because I know it's not them doing it. I know them contract that out as well. So these are the small steps that are being made that you can say, all right, them stepping up them game. But I can't wait for them to get voted out. But basically, good.
I agree.
Because this is our next issue.
FIFA has changed the statute.
Hold on, Shavan. Make Guna finish first.
Yeah, no, FIFA has changed the statute. So it's not all about the same process that we usually used to in terms of these one-sided elections.
Yeah.
It's not all about the single delegate from the poor parishes again. So that is wholesale changes have been made in that. But too little, too late. But as far as your question is concerned, I only can say it looking good going forward, but that's not going to save them.
I wonder if Bob Marley's daughter could take over both teams, the women and the men. I wonder if she could do it.
No, these guys are too headstrong, bro.
What kind of conspiracy? Theo, what kind of conspiracy are plotting on
no conspiracy. It's just a thought, bro.
I heard you were saying something.
They want to
I heard you were saying something about Rudolph Speed earlier. I remember the interview that last week on Coach's.
Breaking up.
Yeah, you guys hearing me?
Yeah, man, hearing you now. Got you, boss.
Yeah. I remember the interview that Mr. Speed had last week on Coach's desk.
Yeah, man, we can't forget that one, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that. I already knew because I already met the person already. I already met him when I was younger.
Okay.
After watching yesterday's game with Cavaliers, had to young development, but do you get that what is doing is actually legal right now, while being a majority shareholder in the club and also working for the JFF?
There is an argument that it is a conflict of interest. There is an argument, allegedly.
No, it is. Not allegedly.
Boss, I don't want no problems from the
Yeah. You can believe otherwise, or we can believe otherwise.
Yeah, otherwise. All right. So when you look at it, right? If you look on the certain players who get selected for certain teams, for the Reggae Boy team, you have this individual on the side that has been chosen from the Saudi Arabia series. I not understand how him dip on the side, but I'm not calling the name. I mean, if I say, suppose it's a situation where the club probably broke and they more money, so them say, yo, put him nice side so he can get look at exposure. The USL see him. I think that is the main goal of saying everybody go to USL, because it's not a highly competitive league. Any bug can probably make a team there, and then a club out here make a money off of him.
We're not going to go that far.
Huh?
It's not the kind of league you want to be getting the players out of to go make major moves in international football. It's a professional league where a man can make a living, and if a man can make a living, we have to be grateful.
And
exactly.
I think if you're interested in MLS, then for sure.
Yeah.
Because any player work them salt and perform usually get a look in with an MLS club.
Yeah.
So, but in terms of overall, Eastern Europe is good enough for me.
Yeah.
It kind of difficult doing it to get into the MLS setup given the international player thing that they have.
There you go. But you can also get a green card from USL from being on a USL team as well. So
All right. We're just gonna run through the final two panelists with the marketing thing. Shavan, you had spoken on the marketing thing?
Yeah, man, I was the first person.
Okay. Theo, you have words on that?
I'm for it. Whatever moves us forward, I'm for it. Try,
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it's a great thing. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully it works out. If this particular individual is doing business at the level that it is being reported that this particular company is doing, and the individuals associated with the company are doing business at that level, then I think the JFF have got to pull up them socks. Seriously, I think the JFF going to have to pull up them socks, because I don't think that, I mean, when you're talking about Fortune 5, a company and individuals associated with the company that have been reported to be doing business with Fortune 500 companies, JFF don't know about them levels that with the greatest of respect to them. Right? And also, as Prima and I were discussing earlier, you know, these the JFF don't take kindly to outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Lecturing and advice and stuff like that. So I hope.
Yeah.
Go
Sorry, I'm
bro.
gonna include Primo in my big up too. Primo Vision to big up.
No, man, try to big up farming and big up we, man. Yeah, understand? Because anything we approach it together, and we do it not for the big up or the notice, but to try and get some better results. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I'm just hoping that they're willing to accept the change and do what is necessary to improve. That's all I have to say about that. Because it's definitely a good thing, but it won't be a good thing unless they can accept it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
all right. So
go on through.
All right, can't finish Primo.
No, the only thing is I was like, I'm trying to figure out whose idea that was in the organization.
That's a very good idea.
I don't know. Whoever brought up that idea had to fight, probably had to fight like hell to get them to accept it.
Yeah.
You understand? But it's a good idea, and thank God for whoever fought for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right. So we have about 15 minutes till coaches they start. Yeah, man.
All right,
and big up Karoom too. No man, we're not 100% finished, but if you want to leave, you can leave. So just we have about 15 minutes to go before coach is live. So more get this, more finish up this quick and fast out of the way. Because we're supposed to do this last week.
Yeah, man. Finish up the Super Sunday.
We're
trying to go over it.
Yeah, so coach our virgin, so we can go over and a coach thing. So quick and fast. Him a come on coach's desk at 7:30 later. Yeah, man. We know big interview coming up, man. Yeah, so we are dealt with the final 23 or final 23 for the goalkeepers, the defenders, the midfielders, right? But we didn't finish the forward line, right? So when we do
you don't have Jerome waiting. JD White and that.
No, we never agreed on JD White.
Thank you.
We never agreed on JD White. Marie White still not this White side.
No, we're not this him, you know.
Yeah, man.
Dwayne Miller is a better inclusion.
Yeah, man. Right now. Yes, so true. Karoom, big up yourself. Mr. Dimension as well, and everybody watching. Guys, remember to like up. Yeah, man. Remember to like up the live as well, guys. It's a free way to support the channel. So quickly, here were the names that we had, so to speak, nominated for the forward line. And bear in mind also, all right, we have 17 that we have agreed on already. So we need 6 more names. Right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players here for the forward line that we had kind of nominated. So we need for XO 3. Bearing in mind, forward line includes the wingers and center forwards as well. Right? So we have Bailey, Antonio, Flemmer, Nicholson, Roof, Turgot, Reed, Lowe, and Burke.
Jesus Christ.
Out of all of those 9.
Brother.
Out of all of those 9.
No, it's not fair.
But I'm going to say to him some midfielder, brother.
Hold on. Who in the midfield?
Cruelty.
Who in the midfield?
All right, let me tell you who in the midfield. The midfield is Hector, and this is not mine, by the way. This is what we agreed on as a collective in the last stream. The midfield is, and I'm gonna post up the squad when we finish all of the names then for everybody to see. So the midfield is Hector, Stewart, Cousins, Johnson, Ravel, Palmer.
All right. Say no Mector. And
No.
get a space there to a forward.
You see, unless you go play Damian Low, a center defensive mid, you can't get rid of Hector.
Why? So why you bring Cousins and things?
Kevin Stewart and
We have
Cousins.
3 CDMs.
Yeah, why me I bring Kevin Stewart for if them can't start over Hector?
That's true. Me just
You
I never that contemplate that.
Yeah, man.
No, the thing
alright.
about it, you know, you see Hector, as much as people bash Hector,
Yeah, man. Marriott.
Hector is a good. You remember the Honduras game we play at stadium? The Gold Cup?
You remember Copa America? Uruguay?
Yes. Hector is a very good.
Here what happened? He's not same not good or he's never played good or thing.
Injury
You have specialists.
Not injury, rather.
No, it's not that. You have specialists that you have picked for the position.
All right.
You go and bring
The reason why to me Hector don't look good. This is something I always say with Jamaica. We don't have our off the ball movement is poor. Poor. When you have a defensive midfielder like Hector, remember him tall, no, him lanky, so him not have swift as basically a Pogba. If him have the ball and him not have no pass, he might look bad. He might go look bad. So when him have the ball and you have the man and stand up on the wing behind us, some man will mark them, him not go look good.
He's going to always struggle because we're forcing him to play a position when necessarily.
But Hector is a centre half or a CDM and can't make a forward pass, dude.
He's not either. He's a centre half.
Yeah,
he's a centre half.
But he plays CDM.
Lord have mercy.
This man's
jeez. Good.
You know what's turnover coming off?
Good. 1 second.
Yeah, we got another
The Hector debate is such a contentious one that we're talking about the forward line. And we end up on Michael Hector, brother.
No, because Waffle makes space.
And he's going on.
Guys, here's what we're gonna do. Panelists and then commenters. So it's 6. By the way, we forget Gray too, you know. The only reason why we never agreed on Gray was because Gray was having passport issues. So we're true. So it's 10 now, you know. 6 out of 10 after make it, you know. 17.
This needs an entire show for itself, the forward line.
You
going to ask me for pick out of that in a 5 minutes, brother? What if we go through that? I have to go look for stats and all of that. That's too close.
All right, fair point.
I'm going to do research and get back here, bro.
And so, guys, what do you think? We should do that for another show?
We'll have to come with this stats. We'll have to do something.
All right. What me believe, it's like what you just say, based off what you just say, Hector, I'm a general and everything, but we see you next time. I have to agree with that.
My thing is, Hector can be a good utility player as a CDM and also as a centre back.
That's my reason for wanting him in, you know, because remember, injuries is a thing.
Positions right now, based on the squad that we've already selected, we're not short in either position. That's what I said to you. So why worry? Extra man.
All right, I'm a centre back to carry.
What they already picked.
We're carrying 4. All right, let me tell you the centre backs. It's 4 centre backs we have, right?
Yeah.
Where are the centre backs? All right, so the centre backs is we have 4. Well, we have, if you count out Hector, we have 4 centre backs, right? Moore, Maps, Pinnock, and Lowe. We have 2 left backs, 2 right backs.
2 left back, 2 right. Yeah, that's the right back and left back. Them position there, and something we can't touch them at all.
Guys, should we leave this for panelists and
next week
in the comment section? Should
we
do this?
Yeah, strike force. We'll have to mash out the strike force. I thought.
Panelists and rather commenters, because the commenters are very important, and it kind of get late for true. I think we'll flesh this out and get another show. Yes, it's Steph Yhung and say yes. All right. So we're gonna do. We are talking about the forward line and we end up on my collection.
Yo, how come Japan give it 4 with the forward line there?
Well, the forward line they we never have them in Japan, to be fair.
No, but just say, like the CONCACAF supposed to afraid of Jamaica, you know?
Yeah, the forward line tough.
Very tough.
Yeah, man, tough.
I remember this, you know. I don't remember. I think it was season before last when Leon Bailey wasn't starting much. I think I saw him coach actually make him play left wing back at one point in time, and him play good,
I think they were playing in a tree.
Yeah, the
They were
tree
playing
at
in
the
a
back
tree.
end.
Three at the back. Yeah.
So does push come to shove the situation where we play a
you
game
don't want
under pressure?
too much defending.
Well, that's true still.
Yeah. We want Leon Bailey as close to the goal as possible in the final third.
All right, hold on.
Damage.
What are the latest? Who Formula? But I like to know your view. And Primo. Who you that start as a striker?
Is that in Gold Cup?
Yeah. Who you that start for the first match right now?
It depends on the opposition.
Well, we know who that is, right?
Yeah, we know who the opposition is, Suriname, and we have to look on that as well too, because Suriname no name them squad. Yeah, so what are you saying, Primo?
My answer, I would have to hold off on my answer until we hear the squad, because from what I hear about, we could still be disappointed in terms of squad selection.
Yeah.
And
next thing you hear is Javon needs to get called again to box.
Because
like I wouldn't be surprised
with a grain of salt. But if everything is everything and passports come true,
yeah,
Andre Gray was there, I would continue with him in the striking role.
Yeah, well,
indefinitely, but for now, because he's already doing it, and then you work the other striker in. Whether you want to play Antonio through the middle or down one of the wings is up to the coach. I don't know how.
All right, so a year or two main strikers then would be Antonio and Gray. So I hope Jamaicans right now hate you. Because you leave with Kemar.
That's for everybody, brother.
Kemar
Roof.
Yo, we're not supposed. Jesus Christ.
A wealth of.
Antonio and Andre Gray, they're right there. So and now start the Monday. If me coach may start Gray, because Gray has been the one who has started the last couple of games
and has done well.
But all right.
Not to say that's going to be my final decision. But you have to have some kind of consistency in the team.
You know what I'm gonna do?
I think if Whitmore had Antonio with him at the time that Gray played, Gray wouldn't have played.
Yeah, we're not going to say no.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no, and that is not what the reason why.
Bobby Reed.
I'm not saying that it's not a matter of being better, You understand? When you deal with a team and team chemistry, you don't just drag out a man and throw in a man or just come. You notice when a team sign a big player, if that big player doesn't have a preseason, he doesn't start for that team automatically. He's worked into the squad. You understand? And that we kind of have to do with Antonio. We can't just throw Antonio in that team.
Yeah.
You can't. It wouldn't be the best option for just throw him in at the thing there right away. If you don't have a choice, you have to do it. You understand? But ideally, if you have Gray there, if him have a passport, you continue with him, and then when your players are up to scratch, you can then judge it and say, "Why is Antonio the better option?" Which he might be, and is he fully up to speed with the team by that time? Then you can start him. You know what I mean?
And to play devil's advocate, a lot of these guys aren't playing now, and the youth or me see a play now, what them would have a hard time for job is the one named Corey Burke. You understand what I'm like? He is playing. MLS is in full swing. This man have 4 goals.
Yeah, man.
You understand?
And the goal went score yesterday as well.
And the goal went score yesterday after him bust him nose.
Let me tell you something.
He's in my team because he's experienced.
I'm going to say something right now because we soon close off. I'm going to say something though, because we're going to flesh this out in another show, because it really look like it needs to be done in another show. By the way, before I get to that point, Ian, what I'm going to do is next live, I'm going to finish the forward line, and then everybody can drop for them individual 23-man squad in the chat, and we'll go through and we'll flesh it out and analyze. So everybody going to get a chance in the chat to put up their 23-man squad, and we're going to put it up on screen like what we have here now. So we're going to finish the forward line and then do that. But what I want to say is with Corey Burke, right? Honestly, you see Corey Burke in the MLS right now, He is such a dominant player. I don't know if you guys I mean alone notice that sometimes the games are revolving around Corey Burke.
Well, no, but only because him involve himself in every play.
Yeah.
Mercy.
The man not stop run.
The man is a menace.
Yeah,
the man is a menace to society.
Honestly, I don't know if I may alone see this, but ever since the JFF start for look for English-based strikers, I think him game improve.
The man say when nah left me.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you look on all of the positions what we used to lock in whenever the JFF start look for players in those positions,
the man them step up. So it creates a wealth of talent.
Exactly.
That's why the quota gonna hurt me. That's why the quota gonna hurt me. You need
no quota. No, we don't need a quota, you know.
Yeah, it's just the same. I'm just saying to the point where they're saying, I was saying earlier that competition will make our youngsters develop better. And faster. Yeah. It's the same thing with when them start recruit their English-based players. If you want your game, you have to step up.
The quota there,
and the best of the local players will step up.
The quota is only there to help sell the local players for build the club them financially. That's the only reason why.
Yeah, and that's not JFF, and that's not JFF responsibility.
That's not JFF's responsibility.
So they might overstep them bones, right?
And the better young ones do it on them own. If you're recalling Shamar Nicholson, when them call Shamar Nicholson at the local squad, remember when him scored a goal, a pile driver against USA? Remember the look on that man's face, like, I should have played a long time. You see it? Right?
Exactly.
Where was it? He had already made it and had been scoring goals in Slovenia for Domžale. See? So if you are good and you have the talent and your club set you up, put you through the right channels, you don't need JFF. You don't need.
No, you don't. You shouldn't.
I just for improvement purposes. It is always good to involve these guys in squads. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man. Of course, we'll have to bring our core thing there, players. I definitely believe that Magri, Anglin, and so on and so forth have to be in or around that squad. You understand? Even if them not make every tournament, they should be at least be in the training camp and to get the opportunity.
And I know
last point.
Yeah, and all right, I know that we haven't had the best of preparation and chemistry, so unfortunately we're going to have to bring a similar squad to what we play in the World Cup qualifiers in the Gold Cup.
Yeah,
but if we had that chemistry going and we play the same players together, I don't see why it would be a problem to include younger players in the Gold Cup, because that is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have a squad with the big guns, but include some of these players for them
to bring up
tournament situation.
Like with the US, I remember US and Mexico is sending a depleted team.
Yeah,
so
more so US. Mexico not a bad.
This is really our chance to actually carry on the trophy.
Yeah.
By the way, yeah. Excellent point. I mean, but we need to flesh this out in another thing. I'm closing off now. Thank you guys for being here with us. I'm gonna make man, no problem, man. Anytime. You see this comment on screen, Burke versus Nicholson, who is better? I'm gonna close it off with a very controversial comment right now. Right now, if it boiled down to Burke or Boza as the last striking spot for the Gold Cup, I am sorry, I am taking Burke. Yeah. Anyway, guys, you know, I am taking Burke. I'm sorry, me rate Boza, but right now, Burke is where it's at. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
All right, so guys, again, thanks to the panelists, Shavan, Goon, Primo. Much appreciated. Thanks for being here.
Respect.
Yeah, man. We had some good conversations, man. Yeah, man. Guys, Coach's Desk coming up, bridging that, and obviously a big channel that. So, go and support, and you guys would want to check out the show tonight. Mr. Speed is coming back on.
Yeah, man. I'll go over Coach,
Yeah, man. So, guys, stay safe, take care, and until next time.
All right.
So I'm going to end the broadcast now.